Rampage.
We watch Finding Dory's in our whale's house.
Professional podcasting.
All right, I'm hitting go live, and I'm going to switch this headset out because it's busted up.
No, I like all the feedback.
Yeah, add some life to it. He's in my toes.
You are fully live.
Are we live? I'm going to ask the chat, because I've been interacting with the chat before we went live.
What's up,
Which
chatters?
story should we kick off with first? Greetings, John Campia intro. I'm Greg, and this is Aaron Alexander.
Hola.
Hey, man. Hey, you're filling in for Coy today.
I am. Big shoes. Boom, boom. Boom,
I
boom.
hope. Dun, 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 dun. I
Yeah.
hope that you can live up to the great Coy genre.
Yeah. No, I don't feel any pressure at all. This is great.
You shouldn't.
I should
He's
talk
kind
faster.
of the worst. Yeah. That guy doesn't ever give me the credit I deserve. You know when I found Coy? He was in a crack house several years ago, snorting off many prostitutes that I bought him so that way he could, get a little bit of downtime.
The one on Wilshire?
Yeah, you been?
Yeah, dude, a few times.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
It's just, I like to watch life there sometimes.
Yeah,
You
I've
know.
never actually participated. I'm a little scared of the germs.
No, it's come on, you got to live a little.
But Coy's definitely got something. And then once he gave it to his fiance, he had to put a ring on it, So he was like, all right. Anyway, that's beside the point. I'm happy you're here, Aaron. We got some news that we're going to talk about today. And let me say, hey, guys. Hello, everyone in the chat right now. I'm seeing Stephanie, Regine, Liam. We got Maria from Italy. Italian. And Andrew Pollock. Start with the Batman Part 2 news. Okay, that'll be the first one we start with. So today, we got some actual things that Matt Reeves finally said about Batman Part 2. And there have been some crazy, weird rumors. I wouldn't consider them leaks because I don't know how they would have these leaks. they sound like just weird rumors that there's what I like about these rumors though is like I could see how there's some believability if it were to come true. And I've been having fun speculating about Doomsday.
Okay.
Do you have? We never talk about Avengers Doomsday.
We don't. No, it's forbidden in the office. We can't talk about things that are rumor related. But no, I'm good.
That's Coy's fault.
Yep. Doomsday in particular, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. I saw that picture that came out recently that was like from some expo in China of Dr. Doom. It looks pretty cool. I'm like, that's Dr. Doom. He looks.
That is his outfit.
That's what he wears.
That is what it looks like.
But I like the patterning they have, like how he has the orbs right here, like the circles, and then like there's some sort of like pattern on the chest area that looks really cool. And I'm like, all right. I know there's a lot of people that are upset that RDJ is doing it, but I'm like, if they're faithful to the guy, I don't know. I feel like there's some sort of narrative reason they can justify it. But if they do the character justice and like he is that powerful sort of, I don't know, tech/magic powerful guy, I think it should be pretty good. Hopefully. Granted, we don't have a lot of setup going into it, so I don't know. We have a lot of characters that haven't crossed before, but I'm optimistic. Did you have any feelings about that picture that came out?
Wow. Clearly you don't listen to this live stream. We talked about it for like 25 minutes last week. I'm not going to repeat myself. It looks fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Okay.
It'll be cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I think once I see everyone on screen, I am a two-time viewer kind of guy. I do get washed over and suckered by cameos. It works on me. I'm part of the problem. And I'm going to try to like not have that happen to me when I watch this movie. I'm really going to try. But I'm also like, well, it's kind of the fun though, right? Give a cameo experience, just letting yourself get lost and like, holy shit, there's like Magneto again, and there's Cyclops. Like that's part of the fun. But usually the second viewing, that's the thing. It's like a lot of times the second viewings, it goes down for me significantly.
Did that happen with Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah, it did. Like I didn't like it anywhere near as much.
Same.
Like I loved it the first time, and then the second time, and it wasn't like other people's opinions, because I saw it like relatively close back to back. I saw a press screening, and then I went like the opening day, so I didn't take anyone's opinions in.
Yeah.
And I still like the movie a lot, but I was like, yeah, it's definitely, I see some of the more of the flaws, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess that's the thing is we could use more MCU movies with like repeat value that beyond Easter eggs that we catch.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, there's some directors in there that do that, you know? I feel like Endgame, Infinity War has repeat value.
Yeah.
Black Panther has repeat value for me. Of course. Come on, let's go. Yeah, there's a lot in there, but you know, I feel like the novelty of some of these bigger events does sort of wear off after that first viewing because they designed it for that. Like if you watch No Way Home at home, where all the big pops are supposed to be,
Yeah.
it's just an awkward pause of Andrew Garfield being there. I'm like, this doesn't hit the same.
Yeah. But, you know, yeah, screw it. I think it's designed for that first time viewing.
Yeah, 100%. But
I guess it depends on what merit you want to put a movie at. I don't know. I think Iron Man has great repeat value. I think that's a great movie. Everyone's shouting Winter Soldier in the comments. Anyway, in the comments, I see that several of you guys gave Super Chats early. Thank you so much. We do not end a live stream without going through every single Streamlab and or Super Chat. Thank you for supporting us. You might have seen a lot of YouTube videos as of late. A lot of YouTubers who don't even usually do videos about you know, is YouTube dying? Is there something wrong with the algorithm? A lot of YouTubers are now doing it because there is something weird happening. And we see it in our analytics. Like our analytics like shot down. Everything's like a big down symbol in the past month drastically.
Oh, wow.
And I was happy to, not happy, but I felt not alone because so much of running a YouTube channel is constantly having to pay attention to what's changing in YouTube because YouTube's not great at giving announcements or messages, and oftentimes they might give an announcement, but there's not real clarity on how to then move forward and adjust. So it takes a lot of paying attention, going through some failures and figuring it out of how to get back into the upswing of things. And like we're doing fine, we're fine right now, but there is that feeling that kicks in that a lot of other people have expressed that I was definitely going through this past few weeks. So you might see me looking really down at some videos. Is like, wow, is there something we're doing? Is there something wrong with the people not care about us anymore? And And then when you start seeing it across the board and other YouTubers who are bigger than us who are also feeling it and having that same type of process, yeah, it does. But thanks for the super chats. Thank you. And anyway, we're gonna go through them in a bit. And before we start going through the super chats, let's talk about the Batman Part 2. You want to get into it, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm down.
You want to do it?
Let's do it, baby.
Did you love the Batman?
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, I prepped with watching every single Batman movie that was live action prior to it coming out, and it lived up and surpassed every expectation I had. That's a movie that has great repeat value.
Yeah. I saw it 3 times in the theaters.
Yeah, I'm somewhere around there as well. And yeah, it's a more than a Batman movie. It's like film, you know, like the way that it's constructed, the visuals, the way the story unfolds. It's just a beautiful experience, and I'm really excited for the second one. Like honestly, I know Matt Reeves took forever to try to get his the script in order. Plus, I know he was going through some personal stuff as well on top of that. But I'm happy that we're finally getting that sequel because I feel like he is one of the few directors that values Bruce Wayne and Batman as a character as priority, which, you know, I know we're going to get into it, but I'm really excited for whatever that is. You know, he has some interesting comments that I'm sure we're going to get into, but yeah, I really trust Matt Reeves as a creative.
Me too. All very valid points, my friend. So here's some quotes that he gave. He did an interview with Josh Horowitz on the red carpet. We began the process of doing this. Let me start this again. I fucked up already, guys. Sorry.
Damn it.
We began the process of this by doing another deep dive into the comics, picking the right villain that digs into Bruce Wayne's past and his life. That was what drove that discussion. I won't tell you where we ended up, but we're super excited about it. And I will say it's never really been done in a movie before, so we're excited. And one of the explorations for me was to do something that pushes even further into the character of Bruce Wayne, because the first story is so much about the Batman. I never wanted to lose Rob at the center of these stories, because he's talked extensively about how usually the Batman film trajectory is first one's about Batman and the rest become about the rogues gallery. And he wants to keep it very focused on Batman. We are now in prep. It's really exciting. They're going to start shooting in April or end of April, beginning of May. And, you know, when it came out to the, you know, the villain side of things, he said something like how it's never been done before. Like, so some people are taking that to mean, does that mean never been done before, as in this villain's ever been in the movies? Or is this kind of like how the Riddler was never done before in the live action? You know, people had known like the TV show and Jim Carrey, but then you got Paul Dano, who's a very different. Was he more implying that? Because with the way the Batman is set up, I think there's a lot of room for different villains that they could do. If he just means it's never been done before, like how he's comparing it to the Riddler, and I'd be really curious to know, John, take tallies of what people are saying.
What are you saying, guys?
What villain do you think it could be? Because I love the idea that it's imbued in how it's going to reflect Bruce Wayne, Batman, the way how that happened with the Riddler in the first one. Two-Face could be, if we're bringing back a villain who's already been done before, Two-Face very well could be one, you know? Like, we haven't had one where it's just Harvey Dent, Two-Face, and watching him be like the Batman Forever just hops right into, he's a Joker copy.
Right.
And then Dark Knight, he becomes Two-Face in the finale of the movie, and he doesn't get to live the underground mob life. So I think the idea of like the good being corrupted being a part of that story for the sequel could actually work if they were to do Two-Face. I know that's not a thing that people are thinking about. I have other ones in mind that have never been brought to screen, a couple of obvious ones, maybe obvious, but who do you think, who first comes to mind for you when it comes to this villain?
Well, I want to take him at face value, make it probably something a little bit more literal, in the sense that not an interpretation that we've seen before, but more so just the villain that we've never seen before. Because you could say that with any interpretation, like, oh yeah, this is a version we've never really seen before. You can say that with every version of the Joker that's been on screen. It's a new iteration of the Joker, which, you know, is true. All of them are very unique from one another. So I want to feel like Matt Reeves has something really creative and unique in mind when it comes to something that is relevant to Bruce Wayne and Batman's arc as a character, but also something that serves the story in elevating the narrative that is the Gotham crime saga. So I don't know, Court of Owls seems interesting because they're doing this conspiratorial thing of what's happening with the legacy of the Waynes, and what's happening with the legacy of, you know, how they influenced Gotham. Mm-hmm. So maybe, you know, I know that's a take that's kind of been circulating already, but I don't know. I think there's some merit there if we want to go the serial killer route again and how that ties into it. Because I have to imagine Matt Reeves is smart enough to want to advance the story of what we've continued, but not have it feel similar in the sense that, oh, it's another sort of conspiracy in the same type of way. I would hope that this is more personal for Batman. I'd hope it's more personal for Bruce directly, in the sense that he is going to be challenged from not only his past but from his present. Maybe he's asked to be more of a public figure, and maybe he's asked to be just more, and maybe comes this conflict between his time as Batman and his time as being this public face of Gotham. Because at the end of the movie, he realizes that he wants to be a hero, not just this guy of punishment. And what does that look like in the face of the new state of Gotham? Mm-hmm. So whatever villain that we have, I would hope would reflect that, builds upon the promise that Matt Reeves kind of set up within the last film. I don't know if maybe Harvey Dent could do that. Like, again, I don't think that we're going to get a third interpretation of the same villain. I would hope that he change it up, because Batman has an extensive rogues gallery. Like, I don't know, you read more comics than myself these days. Who's the dude with the pig mask?
Professor Pig.
Professor freaking Pig. Maybe Professor Pig.
the reason I don't opt for Professor Pig, even though I think he would actually work really well in the Batman universe, is that I believe he was. I don't know if he was introduced in this one, but he's definitely like a real character in the Grant Morrison run of Batman, which is what the DCU version is apparently going to be mainly adapting and taking inspiration from. And considering that Supergirl is taking direct inspiration from one very specific comic, I feel like they would probably maybe want to reserve Professor, like a villain who was like a big part of that Grant Morrison.
Okay.
That's the only reason why. But they did Professor Pig in the Gotham show, and it was actually pretty cool when he was there. It was really creepy. Ooh. I think it could work. I mean, Court of Owls makes a lot of sense. I think Court of Owls should be a thing that they're setting up because it's so big. It's like the secret society that's been controlling Gotham for hundreds of years. There is, Wayne lineage conspiracy to it. I read it a while ago. Like I actually got the whole copy, the Scott Snyder one from, and when I was in New York, I got the whole comic, and yeah, I don't want to spoil everything, but it's a pretty big deal. And there's like one character who claims to be like Bruce's long lost brother, and there's stuff that's linked to Dick Grayson as well. So there's definitely a way they could do that. And I like their assassins. The assassins are Talons. They're called Talons, and they're like resurrected people. So it could, I don't know how, how Matt Reeves would be willing to go supernatural. I don't know if he'd be willing to. I feel like he'd be willing to go a little science fiction, but I don't know if he'd be willing to go supernatural. I feel like supernatural would be DCU.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to keep it more grounded. At least that's the vibe I got off of the last one, because I feel like the more grounded you keep it here, the more the DCU is able to do the fantastical aspects, the fantastical aspect of Batman.
Yeah. But I don't know.
What about Hush? What do you think Hush would be interesting to do?
Well, I like the idea of Hush because with Hush also links to Riddler. If you've read the comics, you watched the animated movie, John? Didn't they change who Hush is in that? Right? It's not.
Yeah, it's not who it is.
It's not like they changed the villain reveal. I know that upset. I don't think I saw
there is an alteration there. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, if they're doing like a specific trilogy and it somehow still links to Riddler, I think that would be a really cool like payoff. But at the same time, part of what made the Hush comic work so well is the plethora of other Batman villains already established. Because what Hush really does is, to my recollection, what he does is he manipulates a lot of the rogues gallery in order to get after Batman. But the part of Hush that I really liked, which I feel like can really influence Bruce Wayne, or not influence, but affect Bruce Wayne. One of my favorite moments in the Batman is when he is beating that one henchman and he looks like he's like about to murder him, right? And I don't feel like the movie, they talk about it in the Dark Knight trilogy about like don't kill. But to have it be like a real permeating thing that he's tempted by, almost to like Daredevil links, what that the show does, where he's really in conflict of like, should I kill Kingpin or not, for like all of season 3.
Yeah,
I would love to see that happen. And he almost murders the Joker in the Hush comic, and Gordon has to stop him. He literally points a gun at him to stop him. And so I like the idea of if he ends off saying I have to be a hero, but he's now being thrusted into a position where he feels like he has no other choice but to go back on that, and he's becoming even more villainous because of the villain that he's up against. So, when people were watching the trailer for the Batman, they were thinking that maybe the villain might be actually Hush due to its connection to Riddler. But the reason the Hush comic I think was a big thing, because like Hush is not in it for a lot of it. Most of it is like other characters. So there's a way to do it, and there is like a personal linkage to Bruce Wayne and Thomas Wayne. There's a character in there named Thomas Elliot. But I guess if they were to go with like a very specific villain, setting up Court of Owls would be cool. I've heard Black Mask thrown around kind of a lot, even though he was in Birds of Prey.
Different universe,
not the most accurate version, but I don't know. that's just kind of where I'm at. John, what are people in the chat saying?
Yeah, we've got a number of responses here. Sorry, I've grabbed another bum headset. Hush and Hugo Strange are the two most name-checked in this.
Oh, Hugo Strange would be cool.
Followed by the Court of Owls after that. We have had some people just throw out there both Victor Zsasz and Black Mask, as well as Freeze, Man-Bat, Bat-Mite, Poison Ivy, Calendar Man, Two-Face, and Phantasm.
If they did Phantasm in live action,
that'd be pretty cool.
And we don't really see Batman contend with a an actual like female villain he has to go up against.
That is true. Yeah, I mean, him and Catwoman don't really fight. I mean, they had like a mini thing, but yeah, that'd be cool. And the only interpretation adapted outside of the animated one. Did they ever bring Phantasm to the comics? Was that ever a thing?
I'm sure they did. I actually don't. I've never read a comic where Phantasm came in, but I'm sure Phantasm did. The movie is just so big.
Yeah, the movie's iconic. But granted, that's been adapted as well, technically. But yeah, there's a lot of villains out there that could be cool. Like Hugo Strange would be really interesting, kind of getting to the psychology of Batman. We've seen Poison Ivy already. Yeah, I don't know. There's some cool ones on the table there. We've obviously had Mr. Freeze. I know a lot of people wanted Mr. Freeze, but don't think that's going to be likely because he has been very famously adapted before. So
Give me Man-Bat.
Man-Bat would be a trip. I could for sure see that, but no, I couldn't actually. That's not true. Maybe for the DCU, but not Matt Reeves. I feel like that'd be just a too big of a gap for reality that we've established.
Hugo Strange would be a great one. They wanted to do the Arkham Asylum show at some point. The Penguin does spend more time in Arkham, and not that Hugo Strange would be solely beholden to Arkham Asylum, but if we're talking about the psychological deprivation of what they can do to go after Bruce Wayne, and oftentimes Hugo Strange is able to unpack Batman's true identity, so he could work against him in some way. I feel like Hugo Strange personally, for some reason I don't feel like it'll be Hugo Strange, but personally that would be the one I would want most because of the pure psychological manipulation nature of that, to be able to go into Bruce Wayne's psychosis more, and for Matt Reeves saying he wants to be more focused on Batman Bruce Wayne and unpack that some more. The Hugo Strange is the one who would be the most character-driven, interesting to me, but I don't know how well it would serve. I guess I'm having a hard time seeing how well it would keep up with servicing the themes of like the noir corruption underbelly of Gotham, because it feels like it's a little bit of a different type of movie they would tell.
Yeah.
If it was that, yeah, it'd be like nightmarish almost. Like I would kind of put like Scarecrow and Hugo Strange a little bit in a similar camp.
I'm surprised those two haven't been leaked together on film before. I don't know. Maybe a physical foe. I don't know. Someone that challenges Batman physically and mentally, but I don't know if he has a ton of those, really.
Well,
there's Bane.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one, but that's also been famously adapted twice as well.
Well, they got to do something with the Joker. The Joker's in here. Yeah, like they haven't done anything with the. I thought like a cool thing they could maybe do if they had Phantasm is like Joker breaks out, which makes Phantasm come out of the shadows, because Phantasm's whole origin is linked to Joker killing her dad.
Yeah.
So I think that would be like a cool way to so that way like Andrea Beaumont comes back and it's a former lover of Bruce's past. So they could do like a lot that would still make it personal for Bruce Wayne Batman. Yeah,
because there is a history there with this version of the Joker. Did they? I don't remember if they explicitly said that in the film, but I know in the DC. In the deleted scenes that it was something that they did where they had that scene together.
That's a great scene. It's like very Silence of the Lambs,
Yeah. But I know that did they say that they had a scene or that they had a history together in the movie itself?
I mean, it's very obvious from the deleted scene that they did, and I think they released that scene before even the release of the. They released the scene pretty close to while the movie I think was in the theaters.
Oh,
and
really?
so I think that was to say that, this is a part of our narrative. I think that's why they put that out there, just to let people know, or they just felt bad that they cut out a very famous actor's big Joker scene.
How did you feel about that scene?
The deleted scene?
The deleted scene and Barry Keoghan as Joker.
I thought he was great. I think that works. That's a perfect type of Joker that they did for the Batman. I thought he was really sinister.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I think he's a great actor, and I'm curious to see how they elevate that. I like Matt Reeves' reasoning for why he was that way. He had, like some sort of like skin disease or something. Skin disease. But yeah, I'd be curious.
Skin disease.
Skin disease. Skin disease.
Did I say skin disease loud enough into the microphone? Skin disease. You never know what kind of vibe you're going to get with this live stream. Last week was so goofy. Now we're so like pontificating about the seriousness, contemplation of Batman's true nature and what villain could best mirror him.
Yeah, maybe it'll be Batmite. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm down for Bat. Yeah, I'm down for some Batmite. That'd be fun.
You know what's funny is Hush would work if you did it like 5 movies in. And
Definitely.
if you chose the animated movies changes to the ending, you could do a lot of fun stuff with that. And Paul Dano.
Yeah, that's true. You guys should read Hush. Yeah. Hush is a great comic. Hush is a definitive comic. But yeah, thanks for tuning in for that. What do you guys think? Engagement questions that you asked YouTube audiences say things like this? Come up with a more unique question to ask them.
Unique question to ask the audience.
Yeah. That's not just leave us your thoughts below. Type it in. It would make us feel good if you typed it in. I realize I need to magnify this parasocial relationship.
What's your favorite breakfast item, guys?
Dude, my dream. Can I tell you my literal? This is how sad my life is. My actual fantasy is to stay at a hotel, like the Marriott.
Okay.
Like a place known for great breakfast buffet.
Yeah.
Wake up, because I don't like smoking weed as much as I used to. If I do, it's like a little bit, maybe once a week, maybe even. Sometimes I go several weeks now without doing it.
Wow.
But my dream is to stay at a hotel, wake and bake it like super high, pig out at the buffet, then go right back to bed. Those are my ambitions.
That's a dream. You deserve that.
That's all. I kid you. I think about this weekly. It's really sad.
You just go around the corner. You don't even like need to go somewhere far. I feel like
I don't like a big breakfast. I crash. Do you not get tired after a huge breakfast? I get so tired if I eat like pancakes and shit.
I do. Yeah, I'll crash. Maybe I'll take a nap. I don't know, but yeah, I feel like that would mess you up though.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, dude. Maybe I feel like you'd be in the bathroom for a long time.
But that's why I'm at a hotel.
So you can
It's
go
not
to the
my
bathroom.
Someone else will clean that up.
I don't have to worry about that shit. Literally.
As someone who used to work at a hotel,
Yeah.
I would take advantage of your services.
Oh my God. And the housekeepers would be like, what the can I cuss on here? Is that a thing? Or should I not do that?
Depends on the cuss word.
Don't be coy.
What is cool? Oh, I know he said the C word one time.
Yeah, we don't say
use
that.
any C words, basically.
Can I
and
say
you're
the F
probably
word?
fine.
Can I say the F word?
It depends. Not in a sexual context.
Okay.
A sexual context.
If you're like, what the fuck?
Okay, I can say that. So you fuck that toilet up.
Nah, YouTube doesn't really filter. They might think I'm trying to sleep with the toilet.
Up where?
Fuck.
Up where? Show me your secret
what
toilet
hole?
spots.
Anyway.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Wow, some people really don't like this Joker. Yeah. Do you have? What's your favorite breakfast food? Then let's read some super chats.
I love me some eggs. I'm a huge egghead.
Very simple, man. You're a simple
yeah.
man.
Eggs, omelets. You know what's a unique one? I like the pig in a blanket, the breakfast pig in a blanket, the Jimmy Dean one. If you guys have eaten that, let me know in the comments or the supers. Yeah, that's a very specific thing that is not widely accessible. But yeah, that's my favorite breakfast things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny, what's your favorite breakfast?
I love anything that involves smoked salmon. Give me like a smoked salmon Benedict or something like that.
See if you like
You're a complicated man.
in Europe. When I stay in Switzerland, their buffet they put me up at this was like years ago. It's so fun to go to Switzerland with no money. And,
I didn't know you went to Switzerland.
yeah, I went for 5 days to the Zurich Film Festival. You can't do anything when you have literally no money. So but the buffet you take advantage of because there's a buffet in the morning, and yeah, every buffet apparently like they're known for having crazy buffets, and every one of them had all different types of salmon. Yeah.
Sorry, that sounds like my heaven because like you can do so much with it.
Yes. I know you usually get that whenever I see you. Like if we order from like a place that has bagels and stuff.
I'm like,
yeah.
Because that's the way, like a smoked salmon bagel, like a Works bagel is a great way to have, like, this is a meal, this is a breakfast, but I'm not going to feel, like, I love a pancake or a French toast or something like that, but you are going to feel like logy afterwards.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a way to have, like, I feel like I'm having breakfast or brunch, but it's fresh and it's light.
This conversation's good. It makes us more relatable.
It does.
Yeah,
we eat
we're
food.
just like you. We eat food as well.
We need to have
with
more
both
of
our
these.
hands.
More food.
We're not going to read. So we have a few super chats, and I want to acknowledge a few of them, like 2 to 3, and then we're going to go into some Avengers Doomsday talk. I like the speculation talk with you, Aaron.
Ooh, it's fun.
John is trying to turn his camera on.
It's okay.
Put it on, boy.
It's a good song.
Can you pull up the first couple super chats I would like to acknowledge?
You betcha. Let's get that page refreshed. Get a little lemon drink in its hand.
Lemon.
You guys gotta watch the happening. All right, super chat time.
There's a couple of stories I also want to talk about. That one involves Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I've not heard about this.
he's getting paid a shit ton of money for some movie, and I'm like, is this really the smart move?
Always.
Really? On his behalf, or is it on the
The
studios?
studio's paying him like an insane amount. But I'm
Is it
just
like a franchise thing?
No, that's the weird thing.
What the hell?
Yeah. Anyway, so John, yeah.
Sebastian Yuntz
We
is our first.
we lead with comic book stories, and then we slowly integrate other stories.
Oh, yeah.
Sebastian Yuntz says this, and thank you, Sebastian, for chiming in. You guys are my favorite. You guys are my family in a way. Heart
Oh,
emoji.
shucks, dude.
I am unaware or can't remember how the rest of the family joined the channel. How did the team join this magnificent family that I've grown to love so much?
Well, I mentioned at the top, Coy was in a crack house,
Yep.
and he was a heroin addict.
Found him there. My cousin goes there, too.
Aaron's cousin goes there. That's how I found Aaron.
Yep.
And
The crack epidemic did a lot for this channel.
He caught me mid snort.
the super short version is that, okay, let's go through them one at a time. I hit up John about let's do a channel called Stoner Reviews, and that was a no-go, but we both like the Devil's Rejects. So I said, well, my God, it's those real rejects. And yeah, that's a whole story. We're doing this other podcast called, I know we do one called, this one's just called Real Rejects Diaries, and it's John and I, and we really are like going through the past. You know how like TV shows, now I think about what I'm saying out loud, you know, TV shows will do
Like a recap.
yeah,
podcast.
you know, when these actors who seemingly don't do as many movies or shows now just revisit their prior show. It's great business, man. Like, you make a shit ton of money doing it.
People love nostalgia.
They do. Like those Office girls, like it's great, you know. And then they get the cast to come on, you know. It's awesome. Like I think when Friends does it, that's going to be massive.
Oh, that's gonna be hype.
That's going to be huge.
Love it.
I feel like Courtney Cox and Lisa Kudrow are gearing up to do that. That's just my theory. But anyway, that's kind of what John and I are doing. We're nipping in the bud now. And
We're gonna rewatch every video that we've done.
Yeah. You start from the beginning.
With a guest.
Coy and I met, yeah, if you can say, Coy and I met. I mean, John and I would like kind of talk to him in passing at movie fights, Screen Junkies, and Schmodown. Primarily Schmodown is where we got to know him. Aaron and I, we met at the Killing Joke screening, and then like a year later or something, you came to our first ever live event, and I thought you were super nice, so I went to your poetry event, and then eventually you came on. And Andrew I met at a party. He was really drunk, and he rambled about Batman a lot.
Was he really drunk?
Yeah, he was really drunk. And he rambled a lot about Batman. And Tara I met because there was a girl named Amy who I was friends with, and I saw she was friends with this random person named Tara, and at that time, Greg got people to come on the channel in ways that I'm still surprised that people said yes to all the time. This is just how it worked back then on YouTube. You just you filmed out of your home, and you invited people to come to your home, and that's how most.
I knew it was like that for a long time
was
until recently.
Gazillion guests that would come on here. It's just that they don't know who I am, and they're just coming over to my home now, and they're going to be alone with me filming YouTube videos. I hope they trust me to do this. So yeah, that's how I met Tara, and we stayed in touch the whole time. And Roxy met randomly a bunch at Screen Junkies and Collider, and then eventually asked her to come on here. So here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Now we're a band of fools.
I regret every decision. I regret it all. It's a lot of stress, and everyone pisses me off every single moment of every day. Even looking at you right now, Aaron, I can't even do it.
Pins and
I
needles.
don't want to look at you. And then that's another one we got. No, they're all great. They're all amazing people. They all need words of affirmation, apparently.
Love me.
Kyle Hoggard, thank you for chiming into the chat. Hi, Greg. Not Aaron, though. Got
Thank
a question.
Christ.
Got a question
Love
that I
you too.
really hope isn't personal or sensitive. Just noticed in old videos you introduced yourself as Ryan. Backstory to that?
Yeah, I didn't want to put my real name out there, so I came up with an alter ego that I really embraced. And I went hardcore with it. And part of what I want to do another episode of the Real Rejects Diaries with John, and I wanted to talk a little bit more. I did a whole thing where we talked about it for an hour, but I wanted to talk a little more extensively about it because I realized that's where a lot of uncomfortableness for me comes in the form of being a quote unquote influencer, because I fear a lot of the dangers that can come to one's own self-being when they take advantage of what can very much be a parasocial relationship, and certain ways to.
In what way?
Gosh, I had made some decisions that with weaponizing audience back then that I really I was very crude humor, and the whole thing was to be a satirical a side of myself that I grew up very in a religious family, and then I was in another network marketing cult that was very much about don't be yourself, and so a big part of that was embracing all the things that I was sort of pushing down, and I was transferring into humor and my commentary and stuff. But then there was decisions that I made that were really, I don't feel were the healthiest for me, that I will dive into with John. But and a lot of times that was some of the most fun of the channel, honestly, just because I was able to say and do whatever the hell I wanted, but it made personal life very, very hard. Truth be told, it was a really weird time. I didn't like going places with people thinking this is how I am all the time or something when there's the stand-up comedy person, and then there's them when they're not on stage. And to me, that was what I was doing, was that was me when the camera was on. And then learning to just be myself was how do I be as most just me and not feel like I have to
be on,
do an act or a trigger act or being on, but also I kind of have to be on because I'm on camera. So yeah, I'm constantly in my head of two things. Anyway,
sounds like a tricky balance. Yeah.
That's what's the next question. Not so personal. Can we get another?
All right. Really
I'll answer personal questions, but I want to talk about Doomsday.
Generic ass question coming up.
That way we get Aaron talking about it. Goddamn.
All right.
Thank you though for the questions.
Mustafa Jav, thank you for jumping into the chat once again. Who would you want to be in a Marvel movie directed by Tim Burton?
Ooh, cool question.
My pick would be Moon Knight.
Do you have one that comes to mind, Aaron?
For Tim Burton in particular?
Yeah. I mean, the Moon Knight pick is a pretty amazing pick.
That would be fun.
Who is one that would be a Marvel character? That would be such a quirky, dark, pale take of the night. It's really hard to top Moon Knight.
That's tough.
Moon Knight
I feel
like a perfect pick.
If they did a film feature length sequel to Werewolf by Night, that'd be fun.
Oh my God, yeah, I can't top that answer.
I feel like you're great at that.
Yeah, that's a great answer. That's probably the perfect answer, actually.
Because that's the closest thing that feels Tim Burton-y in recent memory. Well, yeah, I don't know if there's like a lot of gothic characters that come to mind that because I associate him with like a gothic aesthetic,
Yeah.
or like hyper goofy. Like I don't know. There's gothic, and then there's Alice in Wonderland, and that wasn't necessarily gothic.
There's him making money, and then there's and there's him doing what he likes to actually do.
Hear me out. Hear me out. I think a Tim Burton Hulk movie would be really cool.
Like practical,
Yeah, and like
Claymation.
tortured, you know,
played by
body
Michael
transformation.
Keaton.
Make it like a werewolf kind of thing, or Man Thing, which is not altogether different from Swamp Thing, but I feel like that would be a solid one.
I think you make a great Swamp Thing.
Yeah,
Personally, I
That'd be
think
a
a
great
Swamp
call.
Thing would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, Tim Burton's Blade.
or Ghost Rider. I mean,
Yeah, Ghost Rider was another one that I had in mind. That'd be fun.
Oh, I know. I think it's Swamp Thing would be perfect, wouldn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
because it's
Man
like
Thing.
a misunderstood beast that wants to do good for planet Earth.
He likes his classic Universal monsters, and Swamp Thing kind of fits perfectly into that category.
Yeah, totally.
That's why Werewolf by Night is a great call.
Yeah. I think a Tim Burton Doctor Strange would be interesting. I'd be
I'd be
curious
down for that.
I'd be curious to see
Yeah.
what that would look like.
Yeah.
It'd be really weird. Have some weird visuals. Him fighting some claymation monster.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Dude, the
Anyway.
Clay universe.
Thank you. We're going to go back into these super chats very soon. But let's talk about some Avengers Doomsday stuff.
Yeah.
You ready to do it?
Let's rock.
Have you heard any of these rumors that I have put in the title of this video?
I have not.
Okay. So this rumor I've just seen on every freaking outlet that like talks about Marvel. It is it's kind of it's a weird one to me. And it mainly came from this this source, the Cosmic Circus. The basic idea is that they'd be getting a Wanda Maximoff from the X-Men universe
Oh, interesting.
in Avengers Doomsday. And the main theory is that it would be Magneto ruling Genosha, as he had always pictured it, just like in the Dark Phoenix movie. and they have like a royal family type of situation with Eric, Pietro, Wanda, and Polaris. Polaris is also Magneto's daughter. She has magnetic powers and shit. So essentially it would be, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver.
Polaris she's like green, right? That's like
She
her
has a
whole color.
green-haired mutant lady. And I don't know if I heard Robert Meyer Burnett pitch this, that he thinks it should that if they do a Wanda there, that it shouldn't be played by Elizabeth Olsen, that it should be someone else, because if it's in the X-Men universe, the same way how they had like a different person playing Quicksilver, they should have like a different person playing Wanda.
I'd want to know why. What would be the point? Like, I think it'd be cool, if like kind of like the fan servicey Easter egg thing, like the comic accurate thing. But I feel like I'd want some sort of narrative reasoning for why that'd be the case. Because I imagine it seems like we're going to multiple universes, all fighting Doom, and I feel like Wanda in and of herself is such a large threat or such a large being that I don't know. Not that it would take away, but I don't know. I'd want it to be narratively justified because we're already going to have someone like Sentry in this movie. So I'm like, okay, we have a Sentry and a Wanda.
Yeah.
Are they just utilized to showcase how powerful Doctor Doom is? If that's the case, then okay, cool. But yeah, I think it's interesting, but I would want to know why they're doing it per se. I don't know. How do you feel about it?
That's one of those things that we were talking about at the top of this. The first time I watch it, I'll be like, wow, that's so cool. Look at that. They did it. He's ruling Genosha. Hell yeah. And there's a new one. I'd be tripping. And it's like, oh, they got freaking Ralph Boner back. What's the Evan Peters? They got Evan Peters back to be Quicksilver, and they cast someone to be Polaris. Like that would be awesome to see the first go around. But then if I watch it a second time, I'd be like, this seems like this should have been a TV show. This all sounds like a TV show, when you implement like some type of crazy world building like that. I think it's a great first visual, and it's an exciting thing for comic fans, and maybe some way to cap off what happened with Magneto in the X-Men franchise, since they're bringing back Ian McKellen. But I don't know. I mean, I think all of us want Scarlet Witch to come back. I feel like she will come back. I don't know if it would be this. I don't know if I'd want it to be this. I wanted to address this one because I think it's a little far-fetched. I guess it would be cool, but I wouldn't want her to come back as a variant. I would just want Scarlet Witch to come back. Why not just bring Scarlet Witch back?
Because as you're telling me that, it sounds like, oh, that's cool. Not like, holy shit, that's incredible, or like that blows my mind.
It won't blow like the average audience member's mind.
Exactly. So unless it has some narrative purpose for why they're doing it, it doesn't really, I don't know, justify it. It doesn't. It sounds cool in concept, but doesn't really excite me all that much.
Yeah.
If it's Wanda Maximoff that we know from the MCU, or Elizabeth Olsen, some alternate version of it, cool. But ultimately, I'm like, all right, that'd be cool. I mean, and granted, unless they got some really dope actress to play her, which I couldn't think of another actress who would play Wanda or could play Wanda off the top of my head. But yeah, it's okay.
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
Yup, everybody's favorite actress right now.
I think a variant Wanda would kind of just have the multiverse of madness effect, where someone doesn't get to actually imbue the character, doesn't get to embody the character. They would just be Wanda by, in leather by freaking name only and posturing. While they're on a set with actors they don't know who they're interacting with.
Because her depths is what makes her interesting. Not the fact that she's this person that has powers, but the fact that she's someone who's had loss and she has like these mental issues and she wants to have a better sense of a life. So if we're just seeing her, not the one we're not invested in, but it's just someone else, we're like, okay, why do I care? If it's one thing if it's like a legacy actor returning to play it, but if it's some brand new actress that we're being introduced to, it doesn't really do anything for me.
I feel like it undercuts too the possibility of just doing this in the X-Men movies eventually.
Yeah,
like just eventually go there.
Exactly. Like if the whole point of this is to have it start a new universe, why introduce her in this movie if we're just going to get the full X-Men in some other film?
Yeah, because I think a lot of these characters are just going to be like randomly getting killed off, like what happened in Multiverse of Madness, but in higher numbers is what it seems like they'll be doing.
Doom needs some cannon fodder. Yeah, you show how strong he is by killing off the people you love.
Yeah. Bring back actors just to wipe them out. Yeah, that's just kind of I think it's a weird thing. But, while we're on this topic of Avengers Doomsday, did you hear about Daredevil Season 3 already being greenlit?
I did, yeah. I did see that. I'm like, all right, cool. But this is surprising because I could have sworn I saw Charlie Cox say that they were done with Daredevil after Season 2.
He misspoke, and he got reprimanded.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I really liked Season 1. I didn't love it as much as the first 3 seasons, but I'm very confused about where Daredevil plays into the place of the MCU and everything happening, especially with Spider-Man coming out and Punisher being in that. I was like, are these things actually connected? Because what's happening with Fist seems pretty big for things not to be affected in New York.
And if Feige has also said that Secret Wars is supposed to be like a sort of a reset in a way.
Yeah.
And it should kind of change the trajectory of things.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that? I feel like it would affect the world in some. Granted, we have no real idea of what the hell that actually means. We just have a lot of theories. But I feel like whatever they're doing to change the world would affect whatever world Daredevil's living in at that time. I think the thing that most boggled my mind about that is like that's really cool. Like I'm down for more Daredevil, sure. What surprises me is how we've had so many Marvel television characters introduced, and like there's no season 2s of so many of them. Like Moon Knight was brought up earlier. Moon Knight was clearly set up for a season 2, and I'm so excited at the prospect of that. They got fucking Oscar Isaac.
Yeah,
and they're not doing that. Hawkeye season 2 they were trying to make, but they didn't want to pay Jeremy Renner the same salary, so that was like pushed to the side. Supposedly, that's the only reason why.
Well, didn't they say they were trying to do that? Like they worked out those money issues? I could have sworn I saw that somewhere.
I have no idea. But here's my point. They've done so many freaking shows, but they don't continue them. But with Daredevil, this random show that got brought back, and they're like, we're going to do so many seasons of this show. We're going to start shooting them right away. But these other things that we have set up for our audience, now we're not going to do. For sure, She-Hulk season 2 is happening, though. That is 100% happening.
Show. Only topped by Ironheart.
Yeah. Tatiana Maslany today was telling people that they should double down on their Disney Plus prices and get Hulu twice. Did you hear that?
No, she really said that?
Yeah, she is like a full champion of Disney right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She really wants that show. She really wants that season 2.
Dude, she's kissing Disney's ass. That's at least what I heard.
Justice for
I don't
She-Hulk.
know what anybody else heard. That's what I
Justice for
heard.
She-Hulk.
Nope, that's the
No,
only
it's
news with Disney
it's
this
the
week.
exact opposite. She's telling everyone to cancel their Disney Plus subscriptions and Hulu subscriptions. She's really anti-Disney right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that shit ain't happening.
Yikes.
Like,
Oh, she never
there's no
gets
Snow
season
White
2.
2 and there's no She-Hulk 2 happening
Why is she saying that?
because of, something to do with a talk show host.
Oh, like
Yeah.
this is recent. She recently said this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Never heard about that.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Like, I don't really follow talk show hosts. I miss the news. I only hear about rumors about Avengers Doomsday. Anything else? Whoop.
Comic book tunnel vision, baby.
Yeah. I curate my algorithm to specifically avoid anything else.
But I will say, going back to Daredevil, it is interesting that it's getting a season 3 already greenlit, because if I remember correctly, it like did really low in the Nielsen ratings, or like viewership was really down from comparison to like something like Agatha All Along.
Look, the reality that everyone needs to contend with is in streaming, everything is doing terrible except K-pop Demon Hunters. That's the only thing that is doing well. Everything else, awful, terrible numbers.
Boo. Yeah, because I know Wednesday went down with season 2. I don't know if Alien Earth is doing super well, which is a shame. It's a great freaking show. You guys definitely watch it if you're not. But yeah, I'm a little perplexed by that, but I'm happy that they're giving Daredevil another chance, because I feel like with how season 1 was sort of formulated and how they had to pivot directions, that didn't really give them the full opportunity to explore the type of story that they would want to, with being the leads of what they're sort of orchestrating. But with season 2 and 3, there's a purity of vision, so they don't have to kind of stitch together some compromised version of the show that it should have been.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I saw those photos of like him in the black suit and Bullseye coming in, and the people who actually were those they're not brothers, are they? Are they brothers? Justin and Aaron? I forget their last names, so I don't know if they're brothers.
No. It's Aaron Benson and Justin Moorhead, or flip them around. It's Moorhead and Benson.
Okay,
no,
so
different guys.
that's right. They're not brothers,
They're buddies, yeah.
but they must be like brothers.
They're black.
They're blood brothers.
I've
They
seen
did
them.
the thing where you cut your thumb and you mush it together.
They spit in their hand and shook it.
And they dapped it up after.
Okay, so yeah, that's cool. John, is there a MCU show you want to get a sequel?
Boy, howdy. I mean, Justice for She-Hulk.
Justice for She-Hulk, Justice for Ironheart.
Your mic's off.
I said Justice for Moon Knight. Justice for She-Hulk. Show I'd like to see get a sequel would be Agatha. I would just love to see more in that spooky, witchy realm, even if she's a spooky ghost now.
It was very popular. It was a very popular show. It did very well. I would love to see
They
that.
did set it up for a sequel.
Yeah.
But they can wrap it up in Avengers Doomsday.
That's
you
true.
just go to like catch in with her. She's a ghost. She's hanging out with Death. And then, Dr. Doom kills Loki and Death because he's that powerful.
Doomsday is going to be 4 hours long, wrapping up everything in the
Literally
MCU.
just killing off everything that they want to end.
It's a secretly an eternal sequel.
You know what? Give me another Agent Carter. That's what I'll take. Even though that's not like 100% official MCU. Give me another Agent Carter.
Give me another season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Dude, I feel
please.
like the fan base around Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is way stronger than 95% of these Marvel television shows, honestly. I haven't even seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but man, I don't hear, like, you guys don't shut up about it.
There's
No,
some great
it's
shit in
awesome.
no
Agents of
one
S.H.I.E.L.D.
shuts up. And I'm really good friends with like the main director of that show. I've never even seen
cynical
it.
before starting it. I was so cynical, and then I watched it and I was like, "They're great."
This is what Secret War is actually about, to fold them back into the MCU. Because there's a point in which it pivots and like this is clearly not the same universe as it was when we first started this.
It's so weird doing these podcasts live because I forget there's a live stream happening. What's going on with the live chat? It's hard for me to like, because last time I was like looking at the live chat the whole time, and then it makes it difficult for me to just focus on the conversation. And I'm like, in order to work with the kind of brain that I have to do everything I can to calm my thoughts. And that will like overstimulate. And I'm like, I'm a people are like, Greg, you're such a good multitasker, but people don't realize the amount of overwhelming anxiety I deal with because of all the multitasking. So
you feel like
sorry,
you're balancing
Chad.
a million plates right now?
Not as much right now because I haven't been looking directly at the live chat, but I do want to check back in.
Okay.
Because then I get caught up in numbers and shit, you know.
Yeah, I don't think about that.
If there's like a shit ton of people in the stream, I'm like, oh my God, how do we preserve this many numbers so they don't go down? When there's not that many, I'm like, oh my God, no one cares about us. They're all watching other live streams right now.
We gotta start juggling. We gotta start fighting on camera.
I just like,
You guys start performing sideshow attractions.
I appreciate all the love on like the weight loss. I'm like, that all was born from an insecurity, guys. Like, yeah.
It's a coping mechanism.
It really is just a giant go. I don't really have a healthy relationship with food. My fantasy is staying at a hotel and having breakfast. Yeah. And like,
I love it too because it's such like a mundane like fantasy. You're just like, I just want to live like a normal Midwestern on vacation.
It's the simple things, you know.
that is
The
just what I
little
love.
Simple pleasures.
Like I was in Colorado for a day for a funeral, and then I go downstairs and I'm like, oh, they have a waffle maker. I can't have a waffle right now. I'm gonna crash.
Yeah.
And
You
then
feel like
the
it
fancy-
mess you up that bad?
Yeah, it does. I get super sleepy.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I crash. I don't digest well. How's the live chat doing?
Live chat's doing lovely. There's a lot of people weighing in with their Tim Burton Marvels.
Oh yeah, like what?
A lot of people said Moon Knight, Werewolf by Night, Ghost Rider, Man Thing. Someone said Venom.
Interesting.
There was one that was pretty. Oh, they wanted Tim Burton's Marvel's Dracula because Dracula exists in the MCU.
Yeah.
Someone said that would be cute. Elsa Bloodstone as well.
Yeah, that would be perfect actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Get whoever he's not dating, but looks like the woman he would date.
Yeah, exactly. People are.
Who's that right now? Is he with Eva Green? Are they dating?
Oh, who's with Eva Green?
Is he dating Jenna Ortega yet? Has it happened?
Which guy?
Has he pulled the trigger?
No, it's in a couple
Tim
more
Burton?
years.
Oh, Tim. No, he's with Monica Bellucci right now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's why she's
Then-
stapled into the side of Beetlejuice.
Then get Monica Bellucci in there.
Yeah. Or at least last I heard he was with her. Yeah. People also saying that Saoirse Ronan should play Polaris.
Okay.
Wondering where Moon Knight season 2 is.
Isn't she Phoenix?
Saoirse Ronan?
Who am I thinking? Oh no, I'm thinking of the fucking Game
Sophie
of Thrones.
Turner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look kind of alike.
They do. They could play sisters easily.
I don't see it.
Really?
Yeah. According to Dan V900, Jeremy Renner said at the end of July he expects to come back for Hawkeye season 2. So you may be correct, Aaron. They may have worked their
Yeah, I remember
shit
reading
out. Yeah. People respecting Tatiana Maslany and talking about how much they love Orphan Black.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'd love to watch that show.
Yeah. Tim Burton's Morbius. Tim Burton's Carnage. We're back on Tim Burton now.
They want him to do a vampire thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Like Dark Shadows. That went really well.
I have not seen that movie. Did you see
It's
it?
worth watching in theaters.
I don't remember it.
I
Did you see
sort
it
of
and just, like,
remember
blacked
some
it
of
out?
I
it.
think I saw it with John. I don't
Yeah, we
remember
saw it. We
Yeah.
reviewed it, and I don't remember
I don't
almost
remember.
anything about
I
it.
can't tell you like anything.
I remember it not being great.
I remember him in front of a gas station at one point.
Yes, I remember a lot of fish out of water comedy with Johnny Depp that was not as
Were you high
great
when you
as
watched
could
it?
be.
Most likely.
Not enough.
I really do think that has affected my memory drastically.
Oh, same, 100%. I don't remember most of my childhood.
Yeah, I
I
think
picked
it,
up
I think
the blunt at 5 years old.
like I think everyone who smokes weed wants to be Seth Rogen, but like 99% of people are not going to be that guy.
No,
you know?
dude.
Everyone, because he's like the definition of like, because there's like no. I think I finally figured out why Seth Rogen is able to operate, because he's had absolutely zero feeling of having to hide it or having to be like secret about it or ashamed of it. And there's kind of like, it's kind of in society, especially when we were growing up, like
Yeah.
there's going to be a generation that grows up without being aware that like weed was like this illegal at one point. Really? I'm like, yeah, it used to be like fucking terrifying to get high. It was scary. And, you know, like growing up Catholic and around a bunch of conservatives and shit. And like, I very much have that. I think that's why when I do like smoke weed and I'm around people, I immediately get this like thing in my subconscious where I feel like everyone's mad at me for some reason, even if I'm around other people who are high. I think I feel like I've done something wrong.
Yeah, this sort of paranoia. Definitely, I definitely still feel that, especially with different people I'm around, and like the paranoia of being in public and like, oh my god, everybody knows I'm high.
Yeah, and like, why would they care?
Exactly, it's 2025.
And I think if they like my personality at the time, that was the thing that was really like, especially during my Ryan Wright days, that was a real problem. Is that I felt like I had to be high to operate, and I felt like people only liked me when I was high, so I didn't know how to like be otherwise.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you change that?
I don't really know, honestly. I'd like to give some funny or meaningful answer, but I really don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of work on myself, and eventually I felt like I could be on camera without being high.
Do you feel like now you could do a reaction high?
Yeah. I mean, I think when I got back from New York, I was kind of smoking a lot
Really?
for like the first month, and then I was like, "This is like not good." I am now like not really paying attention anymore. Yeah, but no, most of the time, yeah. I mean, kind of. It depends. I'm not as. I don't think who I am today is as good at doing what I do. Before it was like just a lot of short form shit and trailer reactions and doing a lot of satire, making jokes on camera with women. You know, like it was easy. Yeah, it was different.
Yeah, it's changed a lot. Yeah, it's really grown in a cool direction.
You guys are not going to believe this.
Hit me.
Breaking news as of like 9 or 10 hours ago.
Oh.
Tim Burton and Monica Bellucci split up.
No fucking way! No! Is he with Jenna Ortega? Has he done it?
That was the top comment on the article I was reading. Was someone was like, he's joined the sicko club and he's dating his muse Jenna Ortega. Unconfirmed, but he and Monica Bellucci, with much respect and deep care for each other, quote unquote, are splitting after 2 years.
No, that's he'll find another person who kind of looks like them.
She was approaching age appropriate.
He's got the he's got his type.
Yeah.
The type that look like the people he puts in his movies.
Yeah.
That's his type. Yeah.
If ever a director had muses, if it's not one specific muse, he's got a type of muse.
You know who would probably fit in that? Who's that? The girl who was in the chess show.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah.
He should date Anya Taylor-Joy.
That's right.
It's only a matter of time where she's involved in the
Let's
Burton
read some more super chats. We'll talk about Doom's movie.
Absolutely. That sounds like a grand idea.
I hope the live chat's going well. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the super chats. For your doing all. Thank you.
It was a very fun chat today. All right. Kai Hoggard. Forgive. Hi, Greg. Oh, no, we did that one.
No, there's one about Aaron here.
Oh,
dude, should we? Okay, well, let's do Mustafa Jav first.
Okay.
Oh no, we already did that too. See, guys, I'm just creating tension before we get to Sebastian Yunt because that was the Tim Burton Marvel movie. All right, Sebastian Yunt's back again. Question for Aaron: how and why are you so cool?
I sleep in a freezer most nights, so have a blanket. But when I feel like I want to just get a little colder, I take the blanket off, and I come in here and everyone's like, "Oh, you're so freezing." I'm like, "Thanks, I sleep in a freezer." So that's why I'm cool. Thanks.
Hell yeah, Aaron.
Appreciate you. Dad jokes for you, baby. I hope that's what you wanted. What the fuck was that?
That was, we cut to the dog. Like,
what dog?
In every movie where someone says like an off-color comment and the dog goes. They cut to the dog and the dog goes. That's. I appreciate your coolness, though. I'm going to try that tonight. Patrick Dimuzangi, appreciate you chiming in. People forget that Mephisto is the true enemy of Dr. Doom because he holds dominion over Doom's mother's soul. And of course, he created Ghost Rider.
Is that
this is more of a comment, a statement than a question. But do you have feelings?
Aaron, please. We saw Ironheart together.
We did.
Do you feel like bringing Mephisto? I think it would be cool. How do you feel about?
I think it would be cool, but here's the thing: I feel like we're beholden as like comic book fans to believing they're gonna do the thing they do in the comics, and 95% of the time they don't do the thing and they do their own thing, and
Everything is like loosely inspired.
it's loosely inspired.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. We don't necessarily have a framework for how things are going to go. If they do that, that would be cool, you know. But I don't necessarily think they have to. I like Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto a lot. I think that'd be really dope if they bring him in. But yeah, I don't think that they will. At least not in Doomsday, because it seems like already a lot is happening. But if they have that as his personal motivation for why he's doing what he's doing, I think that would add some depth to the character, make him even separate him more from what we know RDJ as Iron Man to be. So I would love that.
I feel like for RDJ as Iron Man to work, they really have to have him be more than just these 2 movies. Even if like he's being introduced in these 2, but I feel like he has to stick around a little bit longer.
Would like you want him to be like the Fantastic Four's proper Reed Richards? Proper. Victor
Yeah,
Von Doom?
or just some type of presence. I mean, Doctor Doom is a Marvel presence. They shouldn't just kill off like big villains.
My question is like,
Otherwise, they're going to be in a lot of what if episodes.
but how do you step a villain down from that ultimate big bad Avengers level threat to being an individual hero threat after that? Because I feel like you had Loki, you know, he was in Avengers 1, who was never like a full on villain after that. So it'd have to be like some sort of like anti-hero, like side character.
I mean, Doom is a lot of like, he's an anti-hero a lot of the time.
Okay, so maybe, yeah, I feel like maybe you could do that and then eventually make him some sort of villain again, but maybe not to the degree, or you have to make him like some psychological equal or foil.
I think more than Thanos, like Doom really does think he's a hero. You know, so the intention of a lot of villains is they think they're the hero, like that's the framework, and then you watch them in a movie, you're like, they're definitely a bad guy, you know. But Doom, he can position himself a lot of time where you're like, I think I actually kind of see what's going on, and why they like rely on him. Like Reed saved him a bunch of times, and that Hickman run that is a big inspiration for Fantastic Four First Steps. Doom is called upon for help kind of a lot. And Reed's daughter Val goes to him, calls him uncle, you know.
Oh wow.
So he's like a big part of, I think he could carry on, but I don't know. I think Mephisto would be great though. I think Sacha Baron Cohen was fucking excellent in that role. Like he was excellent.
Do you think RDJ is going to do like a Latverian accent for Doctor Doom, or just going to talk like him?
No.
He's going to do an Australian accent.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's going to bring back the natural born killers.
All right.
I'm excited to
Is
read
he in
this.
that? Is he in Natural Born Killers?
Yeah, he is.
He's Australian in that. Yeah.
I didn't know he's in that.
He wanted just because he wanted to be.
I want to watch that movie.
All right. So, all right. And then, since we're on that question, let's talk about the Doctor Doom motivation thing that was being speculated around here.
Ooh.
Okay. Check this out.
Hit me.
Here's the main thing. This is crazy. Let me find it. Hold on a second. He's got a vendetta against the multiverse. Whatever that means, feel free to theorize. Coming from Scooper Daniel RPK.
That sounds
Isn't that
dumb.
crazy?
That sounds fucking stupid. I'm
like-
sorry. That's so general. I don't know. That just feels...
There's like a nothing answer. I saw this going around like that's what we have.
How do you justify
a
that?
bunch of rumors are that the plot would involve like the X-Men universe, which seems very clear from the casting announcements. Like this was the big speculation for a long time of it being on course to destroy other universes. They've had what the hell is that called? Incursions. They've had these and what did Deadpool and Wolverine introduce? The being the
alpha, the anchor
being. Yeah. So they've introduced these elements of planets being a threat to other planets. So it could be X-Men versus Avengers, sorta, like underlined sort of. And I don't really know why Doom would have some type of vendetta against the multiverse. It seems more like a Kang thing than a Doom thing. I think Doom... Have you seen the movie? John and I love this movie. Have you seen Jet Li's The One?
No, but I know you guys love it. I would love to watch it, though.
Have you heard of Highlander?
I've heard of it, but never seen it.
All right. Well, there's a very basic concept of both of these movies. There can only be one.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
So, like, you know, people with similar powers or whatever specialty. So, in the one, I really feel like this is what his Doom is going to be doing. This is where I genuinely think his motivation is.
Okay.
It's in order for him to be this powerful and to be this Doctor Doom. I think kind of like what Kang was doing. I think he's wiping out other Dooms. And so he could be like the prime Doom or something like that. Because he's got a vendetta with the multiverse, then you know he's got to be there in those other multiverses, right? I don't really know what his vendetta would be, but I think he's trying to become like prime Doom in some way instead of working with other Dooms. Like it's kind of like the opposite of Reed, where like Council of Reeds is not exactly heroic, but but you know there's like a Council of Reeds, and I don't feel like there's going to be a Council of Dooms. I think he's trying to be the one.
That sounds fun in theory, but it feels. And again, it's all about how it's executed, but it feels a little counterproductive, or not counterproductive, but in the
very
sense
counterproductive for Doom.
No, not counterproductive.
I don't know how you get his goal.
Counterintuitive. No, because I feel like a motivation like that, because I think with Thanos, right, and someone like Killmonger, the reason why those villains are so great is because you understand their motivation, even if you don't agree with it. Yeah. And I'm trying to think like a moral justification or like a reason why I would be on Doom's side or understand him wanting to kill his other selves. It doesn't seem like a motivation that's very like, I get it. Look, I get behind it.
This movie has the opportunity to be the most surprisingly cohesive film. So right now, I have no idea what the fuck this movie is.
It has a lot of juggling to do.
Just like this is. I am so fascinated by what this movie is. Because the hype around it doesn't feel as hyped as we probably want it to feel.
No,
it doesn't. It really doesn't. But I'm so unbelievably morbidly curious to see if they can pull this off. To just be like, it made sense from beginning to end. I followed it and it made sense and it was paced well. Like, I'm so curious to see if it could just be a movie that fits its runtime more than how does it change Marvel.
How does it just work on a film on its own?
Just like, what is Act 1 and 2 and 3? And is there an arc in here? And does this make sense? And is there stuff in there that didn't feel unnecessary? You know, I'm so much more curious by that.
I feel like it'll do something similar to Infinity War, and like I don't think it'll spend time assembling our Avengers. I think everyone's already going to be set in their team dynamics, and then it's just going to be about those team dynamics responding to the threat of Doom.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe it could work. You know, maybe they will find a way where the first film was about everybody just kind of getting wrecked by Doom, where he goes to these different universes, and the second one is, you know, them all having to engage with each other to stop Doom in Secret Wars. But yeah, I'm very curious to see how it'll cohesively work. A multiversal story nonetheless. How does that even work in a way where it makes sense and it's satisfying?
That's the main question.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll just feel like a disjointed mess. But you know, I like all these characters, and I hope that we find a way to stay true to who they are as individuals, so we can have a story that's just fun. Can we just get fun? I don't even need to be great. I just want to have fun. Can we have fun, Greg?
Yeah, we can. I liked Justice League when I first watched it the first couple times.
The first couple times.
Yeah. It
What
was
changed?
weird. I saw Zack Snyder's Justice League. And then I just couldn't go back. I tried. I'm like, this is annoying now.
Yeah, because like half the film's cut out at that point.
Yeah, it's just weird now. But I didn't mind. Like, it clearly was a flawed film, but I was pretty on the defense with that. I'm like, this is a fun movie and stuff. And like a lot of things the intention that I latched onto was the fleshed out version of Zack Snyder's Justice, like the intentions and stuff. But anyway, yeah, maybe it could be that, which is a great 2-parter experience. Just a fun time.
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
I don't know, but hey, cameos
Cameos galore.
Am I right, baby? Are you guys excited? I'm so back and forth with this film.
I feel like if Doom is the focus, since everyone responding to Doom and getting their asses kicked, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be a fun time. I don't know.
Get their asses kicked until the very end when the last ass is kicked. And to be continued.
I trust the Russo brothers. You know, as
Do
far as
you?
Marvel goes, they haven't let us down. Marcus McFeely, those 4 guys together have never let us down when it comes to the movies. Have had
That's
4 under their belt.
That's true. Ridley Scott made Prometheus. Steve Spielberg made Indiana Jones 4. George Lucas made the prequels. You know, like, yeah, sometimes you just need a good break.
But that's not a whole creative
then you
team
come
all
back.
returning.
I'm just messing with you. No, you're absolutely right. Like that 4 people have not. They've made some of the absolute most impactful. The MCU still exists because of those guys. So yeah, like that is that's true. You know, we'll just find out. It's just a different. It's a very different order they have now, though. You know.
Yeah, because they don't have the building block. They don't have the building blocks to set up all these things. But hey, maybe they'll find a way to work with the pieces that have been established, or they'll establish some things that we didn't know were happening within the film itself.
Yeah. Anyway, that's that for that piece of news. I want to talk about this Timothy Chalamet thing in a second, but John, can we pull up a couple of super chats?
Yes, I also very very quickly would like to shout out Tim Wing, who is at work in Maine behind the desk of a golf pro shop.
Is he super bored right now?
He's having a blast right now,
Hey.
largely thanks to us and an assortment of fly fishing lures.
Yay!
He should watch.
Send us some.
Send us golf clubs.
Send us some golf clubs.
We're all big golfers around here.
We'll go fishing.
He should watch Stick on Apple TV. It's a great TV show.
Oh, heck yeah.
I have not seen it. Is it
Really
actually good?
Yeah.
It's a Daredevil spinoff.
You know what show I've watched? I get it, John. You know what show I've watched? It's really good. It's so I haven't laughed at home this much in so long. It literally changed my mood last night. Last Man on Earth. Have you heard of this show?
Oh, is it the Will Forte show?
Have you seen it, John?
I saw at least like the first half of the first season.
Oh my God, it is such a good show.
blast.
Yeah,
Really?
it really put me like in a much better mood.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I had a day yesterday, but yeah, that like really changed my mood around, man. That's a great show. Anyway,
Did that show finish its run?
Yeah.
Good.
a few seasons long. It's really creative, really good. Will Forte, who I interviewed, great guy, super nice. He said he wants to come back on.
Oh, that's so good.
I said when Coyote versus Acme's on, he said he wants to come back on.
That would be so sick.
When did you do that? When did you interview him?
Yesterday.
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I had a very long day yesterday.
No, yeah,
That's
especially
awesome.
something that happens like first thing in the morning can sometimes feel like it was a week ago when it was just yesterday.
Well, then I had to jet to the neurologist,
Yeah.
and like I booked for 11:30, and then they were like, "Oh, we have you here at 11." I'm like, "That's not what my email says," and they're like, "Sorry, you have to wait." Like,
Oh,
I waited
God.
2 hours, And I got a parking ticket because I didn't know where I was.
Wow.
And my appointment, I looked at the time. My appointment was 2 minutes long.
No.
Just telling me your results are normal. I'm like, I was here for 2 hours and for that.
I'd be so pissed. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it was annoying. It just kind of like set my whole day. Like, it's like, God, I lost so much time today for this bullshit.
Oh, you gotta tell me that on the phone.
Like,
why didn't you
why
call
did
me
you
over
just
this?
call me, man? You didn't even like charge my insurance. You didn't even charge my insurance for this visit.
Oh,
like, what the fuck am I here for?
Such a fucking waste.
What's the next
Yeah.
super chat? So I can pay my parking ticket.
Alrighty. We're back in action.
I already paid it.
Ethan T, thank you for
Thanks,
chiming
my
in.
man.
Ethan says, we need a real roomy shirt of Aaron and Andrew chilling on the friend's couch, for example.
Yeah, no, you don't want that. You don't want that. It's a super smelly couch. That couch. You don't want that
I
one.
mean, no one told me life was gonna be this way.
Nah,
so.
man, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yes.
There you go.
Don't do it.
Do it. Who wants it?
Hey, we got some Streamlabs, don't we?
We do have
Streamlabs.
4 Streamlabs at current.
Hey, let's go to Streamlabs and we'll go Streamlabs, and then I want to talk about Timothy Chalamet,
Okay.
and then we'll go back to the super chats.
Yeah.
Oh, let me resize Aaron's camera here.
Size me up.
Every week it's a little bit diff. All right, here we go. We got first Streamlab contribution of the day comes from Sebastian. And this is actually an interesting behind-the-scenes look. Sebastian says, no $1 Streamlabs from now on? Well, it's nothing we changed, so if they took that out, I'm sorry. Otherwise, I will look into it and make sure you guys can do the dollar.
Let's see if they can do 50 cents.
Yeah.
1 penny.
I would like to
A
do
1 cent.
3 hours of 50-cent questions.
Hey, man, $half live stream.
There's something that just tickles me.
If
about
you did
that.
it, if you did it all 50-cent contributions and you did them as like a rapid fire
if I did them in if I did them in 30 seconds.
yeah, and you see how many
Yeah.
you could squeeze in and make
Just
it a
see, like,
game.
how
It'll
much
probably be really successful.
Wow. Yeah.
You'll make so many
It
50
would be
cents.
so exhausting, but it would be so worth it. It
Yeah,
would be
I
so
think that's
funny.
it.
All of them have to be about 50 Cent, the rapper.
Oh, I could answer those questions.
I could answer a lot of those questions too.
I make all my answers yes nos.
Was he on the Book of Power?
No.
I don't know. Refer to the experts. Stefan Esteban, thank you for chiming into the Streamlabs. Went to see Jaws in IMAX for the 50th anniversary last week. It still is amazing for 50 years old. Do you remember your first IMAX experience?
I do.
Mine was Alien Romulus, so I am still a bit of a newbie to the
Wow,
IMAX
you have missed out on some amazing IMAX
Oh
experiences.
my God.
Oh my gosh. Wow, really? That's the damn. My first one, I believe, was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I believe that was the first one. It wasn't shot with IMAX cameras though. That wasn't until the Dark Knight, and when they shot with IMAX cameras.
Oh, wow.
So like that's a thing now that they do, but back then it was just conversion to IMAX format to be on the IMAX screen.
Maybe. I don't really remember mine. I think it was The Dark Knight.
It's a Dark Knight for a lot of people.
Yeah, but I remember my first true IMAX experience was when we went to see the Batman at Universal, and Coy and I both went to the bathroom and missed Robert Pattinson.
It happens, man. Sometimes
Dude,
you.
I still have that footage. I'll show it to you.
Oh, please, yeah,
It's
I've never
real.
seen it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
John,
Damn.
what was yours?
My first IMAX, I'm trying to, I know it must have been like something when I was a youth at like the planetarium or whatever. We went to the Science Center and
Yeah.
back in the old days, like that was where the IMAX screen was. So it's probably one of those. But in terms of like a movie, like Dark Knight is what stands out. I'm sure I went to like something that had been converted to IMAX.
We saw I Am Legend in IMAX,
I Am
which
Legend
had the Dark Knight
had
trailer.
the Dark Knight, yeah. So it was definitely at least I Am Legend. Probably something before that. It just wasn't like the main primo format I would wind up at a lot, I guess, until it became like, oh, we're shooting this in IMAX.
I always loved that. I've always loved it, even if it was just converted. I always loved it. I thought it was beautiful.
Then like we probably I know I've been into that AMC IMAX at Universal before we saw I Am Legend, so it must have been something else before that.
And then they I remember watching episode 3 when that came out, and they put it on IMAX, but they didn't convert it to IMAX. So it was just
a little
fucking blurry, and it was
Oh,
like
no.
a terrible experience.
Hell yeah.
Yikes.
Hey man, you'll never forget it. It was bespoke.
Yeah, there's
was
a very big difference when they just like slap the footage on the IMAX screen because they started stretching it out, so it just looked blurry.
Oh no.
That sounds like something the theater came up with without like checking the tech.
Yeah.
They're just like, let's just haul I know you can't just haul a projector, but in the age of DCP, they probably just said, like, let's just set this up on the IMAX projector and
Yeah,
go.
right.
Dude, that reminds me. Apparently, the biggest IMAX screen in the world is in New York City.
Bullshit. Where?
Yeah.
kill 'em.
Crap. I
Give me
saw
the
this
exact
recently,
address.
But it's
We're
like
going there for that Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
I think it's like 4 or 5 times bigger than the one at Universal.
Bullshit.
Promise
Really?
you. Yeah, dude. John, I don't know if you got the.
I'll kill him.
I have another reason to go back
I'll fact check
to
this.
IMAX to
Yeah.
New York. I love New York.
Yeah, it's in Manhattan. I saw that.
Is it the
That's
one
my
in
goal.
actual Times Square?
It might be. John, do you?
'Cause I saw the
Well-
advertisement for it, AMC IMAX.
What is your claim right now? Are you saying biggest in America or biggest in the world?
I
I mean, I'll take
wanna
biggest
say-
in America.
Yeah, let's go for
I'm not-
biggest
I
in
don't
America.
need to travel out of the country.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. I'm 100% confident it's in New York.
It is the AMC Lincoln Square.
Wow, the one oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like on like the 4th floor or something like that. It's its own floor for just that theater.
It is a true IMAX screen with a large 1.43 aspect ratio, which is the same projection size as the original IMAX films.
Wow, New York gets that? I guess so. I mean, they have like the crazy theater productions and shit, so they'd want to go all out.
Yeah, that's wild though.
The all-time biggest
imagine.
is in Germany.
Oh, damn. Okay. Germans got us beat.
Yeah.
Do I want to watch the re-release of Avatar: The Way of Water in Germany?
Definitely.
Traveled just for a day
Yeah.
for that movie.
That is not shot with IMAX.
70 millimeter Inglorious Bastards. Let's go.
God.
I mean, that'd be dope. Anyway, what's the next one? Thank you, Stephen, for
Alrighty.
that question. I had tickets to that Jaws screening, and I was booked to shoot, and then I realized, oh shit, I will mess up everyone's schedule if I go to this movie. So I will just skip this.
Next time it plays, we got to make sure Greg makes it out to Jaws.
You gotta go to the Jaws Museum that they have at the Academy
I
of Wars
don't
Museum.
like Jaws that much.
I want to see it on a big screen.
John would like the Jaws Museum way more than I would.
I want to see it on a big screen because I haven't seen Jaws actually that many times.
Me
So,
neither.
I don't have like a huge association with it. My biggest association with Jaws is Andrew
Yeah.
Same.
and Dolly Zooms.
Yeah.
But like I've seen it, but I could stand with a true appreciative.
I zone out whenever that monologue comes up. Just like, where's the shark?
yeah. Stop
back.
talking about the shark and show it. To me.
Jesus,
Blow it up
Does this have
already.
anything to do with the shark? If this was cut out, we would save a lot of time.
All right, we got a two-parter from Dan V 900.
Expect nothing less from Dan B900.
And,
Dan V.
and one of them's a $2. So to
spend half the time.
Sebastian, we can Sebastian just is saying that's at least an option. First one says, "Congrats on surviving Batman and Robin." I'm not
that's crazy.
I'm not sure if you're doing a commentary for Mask of the Phantasm.
We are.
Crossing fingers.
Hey.
But I never really considered Phantasm for the Batman Part 2 with Andrea as the first love and Pattinson's demeanor as Bruce.
Yeah.
Hush has been set up with the Edward Elliot reference in the first film as the dead dad. Reeves saying
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Reeves saying the villain digs into his past and his life makes me think that is the plan. Court of Owls would be great, but the Talons wouldn't be undead assassins.
Yeah, they don't need to be undead assassins. They just need to have Talon suits. And I think Paul Dano should get a proper Riddler outfit.
Yeah.
I think it would fit perfectly.
The hat and everything.
Yeah,
With the
Kane
tie.
and oh my god, it'd be great. He should just look like Jim Carrey.
Yeah. In his onesies, his leotard.
If you are justice,
Please do not lie.
Yes, this is all good points. I agree. And Batman and Robin is probably my favorite of the like I really started losing my mind because I started off like I don't know, this is pretty fun, and I think it's intentional camp, and I get it, and then like somewhere like I think at the solid hour mark I was like, "Whew, this is becoming a bit of a punching bag experience," and then and I just started like, "Oh my god, this is really hard to sit through."
I'm glad you enjoyed any amount of it.
Would you say that's your hardest reaction you've had to do, like, or the worst movie you've watched?
No, there's got to be something worse than that, right?
That you've watched that you didn't like
On this channel,
Human
yeah.
Centipede.
No, I mean
feels
that's
like
not
it's a go-to.
Human Centipede is a better made movie.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. Subversion of expectations.
God, no. I mean, what did I see? I really didn't like the Dragon Ball movie. Like that was one that was like, this is really bad. This is really boring.
Very
and awful.
bad
Yeah, it's a
movie.
boring, awful film.
I look back fondly.
Did you say that was worse than the Last Airbender? With
Yeah. Some people put Airbender. I think Airbender's more disappointing because of the fandom around it, but I think Airbender actually was like. I think there are some moments that are actually kind of all right. If I'm being really honest, kind of cool.
Is it better than the live action show?
What?
The Avatar Last Airbender live action show?
No. No, the show's better.
Okay.
I think both are not worthy of the animated show. Although they do shit with Zuko that apparently didn't fly over well with the audience for like they do shit in the live action show with Zuko that I thought was really good. And him and Uncle Iroh, I thought they did a really great job. But it's different though. It's very different. And I guess because it's so different, I didn't mind it though. I liked it. Where they really dropped the ball in both adaptations is I think they're so scared of adapting Aang. I don't know why they don't know how to make Aang a character.
I watched it like the first 2 or 3 episodes and never went back to it. He's like not as fun, right? He's like just kind of like more serious, if I remember correctly, for the show.
I honestly can't tell you. I really don't know.
Yeah, Aang's supposed to be silly and goofy and playful.
The kid could fight though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the kid's fault. They just like they don't know how to write Aang. I think they're so scared of. I don't know why. Like we have to keep him one note personality. But and I completely, honestly, don't remember all them dropping Edward Elliott's name in the Batman. I don't remember that at all.
Same.
Cool. That's cool.
All right.
I mean, if that's a seed actually planted, I just kind of
Wait, no, they did because when they are he's watching the video and like
he gets the email and he opens it, and then there's Edward Elliott's name, and he's at the convenience store next to Barry.
I thought you were building on me for a second. Yeah, but no, like when the reveal that it was like the doctor when the Riddler revealed the thing about his mom. I want to say that's in the same video about Hush's dad.
Oh, I guess then. All right.
Yeah, you gotta rewatch it. Well, I gotta rewatch it too. John, rewatch it.
All right.
Audience,
yeah,
rewatch it. Everybody
We're
rewatch Batman.
You're rewatching the adaptation of Batman. Hush.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll rewatch it again. I mean, I remember what they changed.
Look,
But I
guys,
should watch it again for sure.
we're gonna disable the super chats in 1 minute.
We also have a couple of straggling
So-
Streamlabs that came in.
I'm just saying, if you want to get your question for sure read on this very insanely popular live stream,
Get them in while you can.
give it while you can.
All right, I'll turn off the super chat.
Not yet.
All right.
Give them 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Making love for 2 minutes.
Making love for 2. Making love for 2 minutes.
Business sucks.
Look, while you're reloading that, I'm going to tell you about Timothy Chalamet.
Oh,
Hit me.
I want to mix this in here. Oh, now they're just more foggy.
Nelson.
Okay, foggy. Timothy Chalamet is in this thing called High Side. All right. I don't really care what it's about. Okay, I mean it's about Centers on Billy, a former MotoGP prodigy whose career was derailed by a crash. Now he's running a garage and caring for his father until his estranged fugitive brother Cole pulls him into bank robberies using super bikes. So Paramount's producing this. Chalamet, James Mangold is going to be directing it. They're going to pay Chalamet $25 million for this movie.
What? That's wild.
That's all I got.
Is it like based on a book or something?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Is it a popular book?
Chalamet's a great actor. He is. He's great. I think he's just gonna keep getting better. But this sounds like a lot of money they shouldn't be spending on a film like this.
I hope this movie does $100 million.
They keep talking about how movies are struggling, and you got to pay James Mangold probably a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And then you pay Tim. I don't know if any actor, unless you're like Timothy Chalamet, I don't think is a box office draw like that.
He's always Wonka.
Yeah, that's killed. But I don't feel like he's quite there yet to be getting paid. That's a massive investment in this one very young actor for something that I don't feel like will pay. But that's just the actor. Like, what about the other millions of dollars that you have to spend on the actual making of the movie? Like, you're paying salaries, but like the production, the writer, the rest of the cast, everyone involved. This is a very, very expensive movie already.
Not to mention the insurance for bike stunts.
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah.
Like, this sounds cool, but this is part of like, we keep hearing about production budget problems, and I'm like, well, actors are important for films, yes, and they're very valuable, but is $25 million worth it? I am no box office or budget expert at all in this shit, but I'm like, I feel like that's probably a little too much money right now to be paying someone.
It makes me wonder if that was like their offer when they presented him the movie, or if that's what his agent and his team negotiated for something that high.
I mean, what I think, like, certain actors are absolutely like, I think if you hear DiCaprio's getting paid $25 million, like, yeah, it's fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. Even then, though, I don't feel like DiCaprio is that name. No, I just don't think any actor is that anymore. Where you put them there, sometimes it works more internationally, I think, than it does, domestically. Because I think like Tom Cruise is like kills overseas. Brad Pitt kills overseas. Like, there's some actors who like just fucking kill overseas when they're in a film, but I don't know of any actor beyond like a couple of the main big ones that would warrant like a paycheck that huge.
Yeah, because I feel like we have popular actors, but movie stars are not what they were like 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah,
to the same degree.
I used to see movies because a star was in it.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of these guys are doing like indie movies or some semblance of projects. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they feel like because of Dune, he's like that guy or that level. Is Dune like a box office like juggernaut like that?
I mean, Dune's huge, but Dune's the star. Like, I think Denis Villeneuve is more of the star than Timothy Chalamet is, honestly.
But yeah, film
Yeah.
fans,
Dennis
but he's
Villeneuve.
the face.
Yeah.
People are debating this in the chat, actually.
They are debating this in the chat?
Yeah.
What are they saying?
People are...
I'm scared. Only say the ones that agree with me.
Don't worry, Charlie's Flicks Fix. We have not missed your super chat. Thunder God says Timothy is a rising star, darling, not a movie star. Terrible idea. Yeah. People discussing whether or not he is the draw for Dune or whether Dune itself is the draw.
Hold on. Dune is 100% the draw. You can't even put an influencer in a movie. Like, when studios try that shit out, or they put an influencer in something, it's like you're better off putting like a K-pop star in something and getting people to watch that than you are some person with 1 million TikTok followers, I know it sounds like a cynical guy, but like, fucking look at the numbers. It doesn't do anything.
But the thing is, do you think Dune would have done as well if an influencer was in that role?
No. I don't feel like Timothy Chalamet, I think, really is... I think I like him a lot in the first one. I think he's really great in the second one. I think he's really remarkable in the second one. But it's not to the degree though that I feel like this is really not an insult to him, because I can't emphasize this enough. I truly think he's an incredibly talented actor, but I don't feel like it needed to specifically be Timothée Chalamet. You know, he's not. I don't think he fits the role to that extent where there's like an alt universe where someone else was playing this guy. Like Dave Bautista came out and was saying that he wished he could have played Peacemaker when he had the offer, but he couldn't due to scheduling conflicts.
Yeah.
But then he saw what John Cena does. He's like, well, no one else could do that. And I agree. I'm like, yeah, like it would be, there's no way Dave Bautista, I don't see a version where Dave Bautista would be able to be, he would do a very different thing, but I don't feel like it would have the impact or be the version that James Gunn would want to follow into a TV show and shit like that. Because John Cena really brought something special and unique and very different to that. So that's why I'm like, yeah, John Cena all the way. I can only see John Cena. Yeah. But for that role in Dune, like the sandworms have started, like the world is the star. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because what else has he done that is really like huge? Like in terms of box office to warrant a salary this big.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I don't know what Wonka did, and he's done he's like an indie darling, so it feels kind of strange that he's getting the movie star budget. But I don't know what the other actors. I know you kind of listed some like overseas, but I don't know. I don't know. Are there any other contemporary younger actors even worthy of that sort of
Mr.
price
Beast
tag? Yeah, put him in the next Doom. Replace him with Chalamet. I don't know. What does the average leading man make in a movie these days for like comparison?
I think if you're not doing like box office points, I think like 5 to 10 million maybe.
Oh, okay, so he's making like double that.
Yeah, so this is a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the movie will be really huge. Do people still believe in James Mangold as a strong director after was his last movie Indiana Jones, or did he do a movie after that?
It was Dial of Destiny. Yeah.
Okay. And people did not like that movie from what I hear.
He did Ford v Ferrari before that, which is really beloved.
And then Logan before that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I genuinely can't think of what would justify that. I have to imagine his team really negotiated something for him to get that big of a payout.
I don't know. Maybe he goes full nude.
Maybe he does all his own stunts. He's like, if I'm gonna risk my life, you pay that bag.
Yeah, full nude, all his own stunts, shaved his head, the whole thing.
Real method with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, he's gonna make his money. I'm happy for him. Good for you. You get that bag. You go buy that yacht, buddy. Yeah.
Get it, Tim Cham.
Still not as much as some influencers.
Which is insane.
That is
selling brand
also the weird
stuff.
reality, though. It's like, well, actually, some influencers still make way more money than that in a month than he does over the course of like 6 months to a year making this movie.
But I will say, good on him for being one of the few actors for not selling out, but I feel like a lot of actors have podcasts these days, and I feel like some of the allure of them being able to slip into a role is a little bit diminished because we're seeing so much of who they are, instead of allowing them their work to speak for them. And I feel like he's one of the few that's kind of like held out on that.
Yeah, I weirdly feel like John Bernthal supersedes that problem. Even though he has his own podcast, I'm like, I still see John Bernthal slip in a role. So.
Okay, that's fair, because I feel like he really commits to what he's doing, but yeah. I don't know. I feel like he's like an exception to that rule, though.
No, 1,000%. Yeah. Anyway, and DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence are starring. I put on this random trailer. Did you know Robert Pattinson and Jennifer Lawrence are in a weird ass movie together? They're the leads of it. It looks so
heard about that.
Freaking weird. Lynn Ramsey is the director. It looks like so strange. It looks awesome. Oh. Looks like the kind of movie I would love on my own time. And DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence. That's so cool with Jennifer. I think Jennifer Lawrence doesn't get enough credit for like how she's just like, I'm gonna just fucking do whatever movies I want to do.
Yeah, she paid her dues, her franchise dues in the 2010s. Yeah. Like, do what you want in the 2020s. Do a comedy here and there. Do a weird indie movie.
And I thought her and DiCaprio actually worked really well together in that Adam McKay movie. I forgot what that's called. The Netflix one.
Don't Look Up.
Don't Look Up. I actually thought they worked really well together in that. So there's some upcoming original movies I'm excited for. I saw the Anaconda trailer and I'm like, this looks really funny. You know, yeah. Like there's some upcoming films that I think are going to be pretty sweet. I really want to see Emma Stone's new movie, where she's the CEO who's kidnapped and they shave her head and shit.
Oh, the guy who did Poor Things, his next movie.
Yeah.
Yorgos Lanthimos, or I don't know.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Thank you,
John. But yeah, there's some original. I even like the. I mean, this looks kind of. This could be very hit or miss, but what was it called? The fucking the Maid movie, Housemaid, with Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney. It is based on some big book.
Oh,
and it's got a bit of a erotic thriller gone. Like I haven't seen that. I'm missing out on so many movies. I haven't seen that Blake Lively movie with Simple Favor.
Oh yeah, and they made a sequel to it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but it looks like that.
It looks like what the trailer showed me that was.
It looks like one of those movies where there's like a bit of an erotic undertone to it. But yeah, it looks really cool. It's coming on the holidays.
Movie I'm really bummed about. I really was looking forward to Him, but apparently it's doing really bad. Like people do not like that movie.
Form your own opinion.
I will. I would love to see it. Still, you see if I vibe with it. But it sucks that people aren't vibing with it generally. I don't know why people aren't vibing with it.
We could be the exception.
We could be the exception. Be the exception.
Usually, when a movie gets a bunch of hate, eventually it gets a following of the people who feel like it's misunderstood. People are mad that we said Batman and Robin is terrible.
I remember
it's a real thing.
When I did my Batman rewatch for before going into the Batman, I had a appreciation for Batman Forever because that was the first one to actually dive into his character. Because I feel like the first two movies sort of treat him as like a mythical creature, and that was the first one to treat him as a man.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I see you, Joel Schumacher. I appreciate you for that.
Yeah.
No. A lot of goofy shit in that movie, but I commend him for that.
I can't argue with you there, man. I don't want to. I'm tired.
I'll argue with you.
All right.
JK.
Fight.
No. John, what's next on the agenda?
All right, let's jump in.
What time is it?
It's 1:50.
Oh my God, we're gonna quality speed this.
We are gonna quality speed
Hell yeah.
this. Super chats are closed. Forgive, but
Thank you guys for being here on a random relaxing Friday.
And we also have a couple of straggler Streamlabs as well.
Let's do it, John.
Let's stream it up. First, we got a triple feature from Damani. All dollars. So we're back in the game,
you
Sebastian.
Did it, baby. Let's
Looking
go.
out. All right. Damani says Monica is with the Foxmen, the Marvels, DS2, No Way Home, F4, and Thunderbolts, Cap 4. Based on rumors, my theory is clearly the multiverse is dying and Avengers will go to rescue Monica. With Doom, we get A versus X-Men fight. Doom is pulling the strings. And then Damani goes on to say, it's true. I live in NYC. I saw Oppenheimer at Lincoln Center, at AMC Lincoln Center. It is life-changing.
Hey.
Okay. And then 3 of 3. Are all the podcasts going to be live now? Also, we need the Groxy Bring Her Back reaction. Bring Her Back, as in the movie Bring Her Back. I said I would never watch that movie again. It's so disturbing and sad, but I need a Groxy reaction, G.
Oh, man, it looks like the most depressing time.
Yeah, shouts out to
she
the
was
Philippou brothers.
not well after Talk to Me. That's the only time I felt bad for Roxy. I only feel bad for her when she's like, oh, she's clearly sad. Like,
that reaction messed her up.
Yeah, like in the color purple. Like, oh, this is even like fun disturbed. Like you were just, your day is ruined. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
This is me after.
That's the power of movies.
Friggin' Zero Dark Thirty.
yeah. She was really like,
Wrecked my day.
yeah, it makes me feel bad. I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't even know that this movie would be that harsh. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe.
Roxy.
Maybe. We're going to do the craft instead. so you know.
That's going to be fun.
Try to do something a little more fun. The multiverse is dying and the Avengers will go to rescue Monica with Doom as we get Avengers. Yeah, I mean, That all sounds like a reasonable theory. I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right.
They got to wrap that storyline up, don't they? They got 5 minutes. There was a post-credit scene. They got 5 minutes to wrap it up.
I feel like they want people to forget about the Marvels, so I feel like they won't even touch it. I think that's all right. You can be in that universe, and we'll catch you when you catch you, Monica. Because I haven't heard that she's going to be in the movie. Didn't they say they're going to do another chair announcement or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Gotta love the chairs.
Yep. Everybody's favorite video that they're following for hours.
Got people talking.
Yeah.
Most of the conversation is about how great it is.
Round 2, baby. Everybody is looking forward to that. Just slow it down this time. Double the chairs, slower the speed.
Yeah. What's next on the agenda, John?
As we transition back into Super Chats, I have a stray comment from Kenya King saying they're scared to make Sokka correct. Him being sexist is a huge character development, is a huge character development factor of his character. So that's just a stray airbender thought for you guys.
I don't know. People are cool with Johnny Storm not being perverted.
That's a way to put that.
So you can do it. You can do it.
Pervert Johnny Storm. All right, we're back in action. Let's see. We got Sebastian Yuntz is back in the Super Chats. Next stream, full face on John Cam. Let me turn that camera back on. Hey, it's me and I'm here for you. So not even next stream, this stream. Wait, there you go. All right, next one up, Sebastian.
Thank you,
Yuntz.
Sebastian.
All right, Michael _ wants to know, or has this to say. Just rewatched The Batman, and I love it even more.
I'm excited to rewatch it because we're obviously going through the Batman movies, and we watch Mask of the Phantasm next. Then we do the Nolan trilogy.
Ooh.
But I haven't watched. I realized I haven't seen Batman Begins in like probably close to a decade.
Wow.
There's a lot of movies that because that was since I've known Olivia, which is almost 10 years now. That was one that we're we're going to rewatch the Dark Knight trilogy, and we've only watched the Dark Knight. And so I'm like, wow, it's been probably close to 10 years since I've seen Batman Begins, and I caught some of Dark Knight Rises in a hotel, just playing randomly on the TV, but I haven't sat down and watched those movies in a very Dark Knight is the one I obviously know.
It's the best. All of them.
I mean, I saw it 11 times in the theaters. So
Damn.
I've never seen a movie more than Dark Knight in theaters. And but Batman Begins and that. But the Batman, I'm curious to see how it is to go from the pacing of Nolan, which is very romanticized and faster, and a lot of cutting and editing, to then a very deliberate, slow, dreadful experience of the Batman. I'm excited to see if it bores the shit out of me. That's what I'm trying to say.
Just fall asleep.
Yeah, fucking hey, where's the joke?
Back to the soups.
Hey, Vengeance.
Mayank Rananavar.
Hey, buddy.
Hola.
Hey, Greg and Aaron. Do you guys think that the Avengers Doomsday promotion being done in the last few weeks has any impact? What else can be done?
Do some sort of social media challenge. That's how you get people on board. Yeah. Have all the Avengers in a podcast together where they air out their drama.
I think if they did an epic roundtable, that would be pretty cool.
That'd be
Avengers
fun.
Rewatch podcast.
If it was literally just, that's yay.
The entire 47-person ensemble.
They led with the cast announcement, not the character reveals, And so if they want to lean that way, I guess they could do that. But if they did a giant roundtable where only the most famous people get asked questions and a lot of people are just left to the side. I hate moderators who do that shit. It really bothers me.
They only ask the stars the questions.
Yeah, they don't even the scales at all. I think that it really bothers me. I see major outlets do it a lot.
Yeah, they don't care about the little guy. who they perceive to be.
And so, sometimes the person who's not as famous, those people are like, I went to the studio event a few weeks ago, and the cast was there doing Q&A. Of course, like, makes sense. Seth Rogen is the creator of it, so it makes sense he gets most of the questions. Yeah. But of course, all the others, and there was like a couple of other smaller characters. One guy literally just said, they gave me this question for the one black person on the panel. He's like, they gave me this question to read. Everyone else's he just submitted it. Everyone else's question he came up with.
Oh wow!
And he read the question, and the guy he was hilarious in the way he handled it, and he got like the biggest laughs. And so yeah, I don't know. It just bothers me because I know that's what they would do if they did that big round. Like RDJ would get 90% of the questions and stuff. You know,
yeah, it's disproportionate. Have to have them all on a Love Island type show where all the Avengers air out each other's drama.
I think. Sorry, no, what were you saying?
No, I was gonna say with that or a Hot Ones round table with all of the cast. There you go.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
I think if you do Pedro and RDJ doing some promos together,
that would be awesome.
I think that would at least be famous viral videos. I don't know if it would sell tickets, but
yeah, just have them petting puppies or whatever.
Famous viral videos do not equate to ticket conversions most of the time.
They never do.
They rarely do. But I think that would be really cool. I really think they should do the whole like Doom is coming. Like that's a hashtag now or something. And I think they should do like marketing like that. Like do some cool ass. I remember like when Watchmen was coming out. That's what intrigued me. I don't even remember what the marketing specifically was, but I didn't know what Watchmen was when I saw these posters around. Like what is this movie? And I think if they did that, like did stuff that looked like spray painted on freeways and shit that make it look like the Doom is coming in some way.
Remember how cool the marketing was for Dark Knight when that came out and like all the little posters and stuff and stuff online. Like they don't do market like that anymore, and that was really effective.
Yeah, I think it would actually be a cool way to immerse us into the idea of a villain they haven't built up at all by getting the audience like feel like they're getting involved in the build up to him.
Yeah.
That would make up for not building him up in the movies.
Yeah, it was. You know, it's funny. It's interesting watching how different the marketing approach was from Superman and their marketing team versus how Fantastic Four did theirs. Because I felt like the Superman team really had somebody on the pulse who was like very active in like the modern day, like people doing social media and stuff. And like even did you see David Cornsweet on like Ricky Glassman's podcast? Okay, it was like a really like. It was like a very dry sense of humor and it was like really awkward for like the first like 20 minutes, but they kind of like wrote out the awkwardness and found like a rhythm. And I feel like stuff like that, we live in a day and age where I know I just kind of talked about like actors shouldn't have podcasts and stuff, but where the more I guess endeared you are to the people that you're watching, I feel like maybe more inclined to go watch whatever movie that they're promoting. So yeah.
I think that's true. I think a lot of the time if you just connect with the actor, you're more interested in watching what else they have to do. It happens to me. It happens to me a lot.
Yeah,
I end up watching their shit because of that.
Yeah, I'd recommend that one with David Cornsweet if you haven't seen it.
But I already saw Superman. I didn't watch this.
But I think just like tapping into the sincerity of who they are could be a great promotional tool. But also like you said, building intrigue for Doom himself. Just I don't know, having him pop up in different places across the city, have more like promo with Doom.
It would make it feel like an event.
Yeah,
it would feel like an event is on its way.
It's still wild. Like we're talking so much about Doom, and it was still like almost a little over a year away before this movie comes out.
Like it seems like they reserved this cool ass marketing for these expos. And I'm like, no, just put that on the fucking street. Yeah. Like the lights with the pulling out the skull that are ripping off from the comics, where he's like grabbing Thanos' skeleton, that shit. Like, what if you're like driving on the freeway, like, or the Galactus thing that they had in Vegas? If they just have shit like that popping up without it being something people paid a shit ton of money to go to, it would probably be because then you're tending to be on your hardcores. Yeah. And right now, MCU needs to get back to. That's why I think things like Magneto and Genosha is not going to be exciting for a lot of people because that's like the hardcores who will love that.
Right.
And yes, you want to tend to your hardcores, but then you have a chance. Then you risk just being like what Star Wars became, where it's like now I feel out of the conversation because I didn't watch Clone Wars, so I don't know what the fuck's happening. That's how so many people feel when they watch some of these live action shows. They're like, I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't get this because they missed out on something else because they're only tending to the hardcores and shit like that. Doing shit like this would really involve the world way more.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like the answer comes in like keep showcasing Robert Downey Jr. is in this. Like I think that'll do. I think that will make a dent. Honestly, I think that would help. But I feel like this other version would also ease some cynicism or get people like, I don't know, I'm kind of excited, even though I'm like, I'm a little bit apprehensive. This is getting me kind of excited to see what they have to do.
Yeah, I feel like with them having a year plus and to do some marketing, I feel like they have some more opportunities to get people excited with Doom. Like we just saw a picture of him at an expo in China, and people are already like talking about it. Like even us talking about this right now is doing marketing for them.
Yeah.
So I feel like it'll in turn do well because of conversations like this, but also whatever they come up with in the next year, because I think next year's going to be a little lighter on Marvel content with I think just Spider-Man and Doomsday as far as the film side goes.
I feel like if they just had posters or billboards, even if they did like more of this like in-world marketing, but I think it'd be cool if there was like a crashed Fantastic Four ship somewhere, you know. Or if like a billboard was just like the Fantastic Four like fucked up, you know, like showing something like that, just like some crazy still, to that way you're getting people like really curious. Like this seems like this is going to be something wild, you know, or
something cool. Like did you see I know you guys just watched Severance. Did you see the thing that they did in New York, like the Grand Central Station? Well, they had the actors like in this box, and they were all just doing their roles. Like as if they were in Lumen, and then like Mr. What's the dude's name? He just won an Emmy. Mr. Milchek came in and was watching them do their jobs, but it was actually like the actors doing their thing.
Really?
Yeah. I'll have to show it to you after. But yeah, I think if they start doing inventive marketing like that, have Doom himself pop up in different places, that'd be really fun, cool marketing to intrigue people.
Yeah. Anyway, that's we said we'd wrap this up fast, but we just got so many ideas.
We say a lot of things.
So many possibilities.
We got so many creativity ideas.
And apparently the power went out at Alan Smithy's job, so Alan Smithy gets to go home early.
Hey, Alan Smithy.
And we continue on.
Your mic's off.
Whoa. There we go. Alan Smithy going home because the power's out. Bow, bow, bow.
Good for you,
That's
Mr.
what you guys
Smithy.
missed. Patrick Dumuzangi, again, welcome back. Thank you for your generosity.
Thank you, Patrick.
The Jack Kirby cameo in Fantastic Four made me cry. That man created Darkseid and the Fantastic Four and co-created Captain America with Joe Simon. Look at that.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had a cameo.
I don't think it has a I mean, there's a tribute.
There's a tribute to him?
Yeah. Are you joking?
Jack Kirby?
Yes.
In the movie?
At the very end, they make it explicitly clear.
After the credits?
Wow. Are you joking?
I haven't eaten today. I need to watch it. I need to rewatch it. I'm hungry.
No comment.
Okay.
I mean, yes, Jack Kirby he's got an interesting trajectory. Like he was at Marvel, and I believe he actually created the Eternals. He was at Marvel, and then he felt like he wasn't getting paid his dues. Then he moved to DC, and that's where he created Darkseid and shit.
Oh,
he created something and then he eventually went back to Marvel.
Oh wow, I didn't realize Jack Kirby created Darkseid. That's freaking awesome.
He's a very he's one of he's a legend who deserves to finally get the recognition he deserves.
Yeah, he does.
Funny enough, did not create Kirby from Nintendo, though.
That's criminal.
No, that was Stan Lee, though.
That's right. Hey, Reynaldo Torres. I'm trying to get those R rolls, man. Thank you for chiming in, being so generous. Hey, everyone. How do you feel about DC shows and movies being Max exclusives? I subbed for Peacemaker Season 2, and I am loving it. Watched Superman twice. Should DC content stream on other platforms too? Hand heart.
I think it's nice that it's centralized, but I also think that I know that we're in the age of the death of physical media, but I feel like they should still have that. I would like some to be able to have Peacemaker and these other DC shows available to have physically. But I know they're trying to phase those out. But as far as like them being on one platform, I think it makes it easier for people that are trying to follow continuity and whatnot and the trajectory of that. So it doesn't bother me.
I feel like it's cooler when it feels more HBO and less Max. You know, like a Penguin felt HBO.
Yeah.
You know, like the branding behind that felt like an HBO show. And I feel like that lends itself more. I honestly think there's some subconscious thing of why people took it more serious and why Emmys and all that shit. Like it won so many awards over the course of its award seasons. And I feel like it's because people viewed it as an HBO show and not some Max streaming show.
Isn't Peacemaker Max?
It is. It's HBO Max, yeah.
But I don't branded as HBO. Penguin was.
Yeah. I mean, technically, it's on HBO. That's how most people watch it. Is HBO Max.
Yeah.
Most people watch Penguin HBO Max. But I don't feel like you view it as like a Max streaming show. Whereas I feel like you do kind of view Peacemaker as like it's a Max streaming show, you know. And I think there's something with the association that kind of kicks into the noggin a bit.
It does feel HBO because like what Sopranos was HBO, so it does have that gritty kind of thing there.
I feel like they should do that with Lanterns. Because there's such a difference when you feel like you're watching an HBO show versus a HBO Max streaming show. It's so weird because it's all going to HBO Max streaming. Like there's no difference. It really is no difference.
Yeah.
But there's something with the subconscious of the optics. This is just my belief. I feel like maybe most people probably like I don't really give a shit about anything you're saying, Greg. But I think that plays some type of factor when you view something as just some streaming show.
No, I agree with you. Didn't they say that it's going to be HBO, the Lantern show?
Yeah, because it's on HBO Max. Yeah.
But no, it is interesting why certain HBO, why certain things get the delineation between being something that is Max or being something that is HBO, especially with it being within the DCU itself. Like, why is Peacemaker labeled as a Max show, whereas Lanterns would be labeled as HBO show if they're both on the same streaming service?
I don't know, maybe because there's like the DC podcast and all that shit too. And Penguin is also like Elseworlds and it had a different association from coming from the Batman. Like had nothing to do with James Gunn.
Yeah, but Lantern and Peacemaker are in the same universe, but are labeled as two different things, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But who knows? I don't know.
I think it's also there is that subconscious thing of like Penguin airs on.
I think your mic's off.
Sorry. I'm trying to cut down on of this headset. I think there's something to knowing that like something like Penguin airs on television.
Yeah.
Even if you're not watching it there, you kind of know like this was broadcast, whereas like Peacemaker is not.
Yeah, exactly. Like House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, or like HBO.
Yeah, exactly. I would tune into this if I was home at the time.
Even though it goes on Max at the same time.
Yeah.
Last of Us, HBO,
There's still some inkling of that, like you got to be there.
Yeah. It feels like an event of an airtime versus like, when's it going online?
Yeah. When can I download this? Okay, well, hey, we got, who's up next? Reynaldo, we got you. Ethan T is back.
Hey, buddy.
And this question is for me. Question for John. Any luck convincing Greg and you both to watch Better Man? No. I mean, we both would love to see the movie. I cannot guarantee that it would become a reaction at any point because Americans don't know who Robbie Williams is. This movie did really terribly here because people don't know who he is, and it makes me sad because I know who Robbie Williams is. But I would love to see it.
I know Robbie Williams for being mentioned in an Eminem song. That's all I know. That's how I learned who Moby was too.
He does the Johnny English end credits music.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was before the trailer came out.
But I would love to see Better Man. It's on my list.
You know what drama I'm obsessed with? Everything to do with Will Smith's career.
I love. Yeah.
I have watched way too many videos.
Way
about
too many.
Will Smith's career.
We must be doing the same thing because I cannot
we
get
share
enough.
the same Real Rejects account, and I'm like, I just keep watching so much about Will Smith.
Any channel that's covering just his recent life and times.
What's happened recently with him? I haven't even
Just like the progressive weird decline that he's got going
He
on.
likes pretty girls, Aaron. He likes pretty
the
girls.
song "Pretty Girls."
He's had AI crowds.
1,000,000%. I have still not even heard that song.
Really?
But I have heard so many think pieces about it.
And then his
I have
freestyles.
yet to play it.
Act bizarre.
I have seen some of that way. We were like, catch you on the stage. I'm on the stage, and there's a stage there with me on the stage.
Expect me on the stage.
I pulled the pin out the grenade when I threw it.
On purpose. On purpose when I threw it. I bite off more than I can chew, and then I chew it.
I don't know, I still like his interviews, though.
I love Will Smith.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's like still so much I love about Will Smith. I just think, like, yeah, his career is like fucking bizarre right now.
I still root for him, but yes, it is a very engrossingly strange life that he currently has. Yeah. But
He's
you know,
having like a midlife crisis right now.
sometimes he's gonna act bizarre. you
I think he's been having a midlife crisis for a few years because
Last
of a
10
very
years.
specific incident.
know? He's been having a midlife crisis for the past decade.
Yeah.
It's just in slow release. Yes. OG Carlos has this to say. Thank you for chiming in. I'm loving the Hunger Games reactions. Team PETA all day, every
Hell
day.
yeah, dude.
Get it.
Those movies are awesome.
Coat yourself in frosting, baby.
Hey,
That wouldn't be a good show, actually, Hunger Games.
It would be.
Mr. Beast is gonna make it.
Oh, that would be so good. And you cast a bunch of YouTubers and TikTokers.
Sponsored by Feastables.
yeah.
I complain, but if they cast me, no more complaining.
No. When you go on Hot Ones, Greg?
I gotta be so much more famous to go on Hot Ones.
What are you talking about? You have a million subscribers. You can be on Hot Ones.
What? So many people on a million subscribers. No, we have. And
Would you do
I
it,
don't
first
have
off?
a million. Like I've really come to a point where it's like I'm Greg, and the Real Rejects is a company I help run. Like it's weird.
Yeah, this is
I'm not like
separate.
I don't go like my YouTube channel. It really is like a thing. So I get weirded out when people are like, "You built this," and I'm like, I definitely led this company.
But it is not
I
me.
wouldn't say did I build it? I didn't like single-handedly do this. Anyway.
You cut down the cherry tree that you eventually used to build this channel. Alrighty. Sebastian Yuntz is back. Next movie musical should be In the Heights. Ramos!
Ooh, I'd love for you guys to do that. Your eye is in the microphone.
That would be fun.
It's a microphone.
I would love to check that out. We have you did Sweeney Todd, didn't you?
We did do Sweeney Todd. It was a lot of fun. I really loved Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Attend the
They
tale.
all deserve to die. Even you, Mrs. Lovitz. Even I.
That was a good
Buried
impression.
sweetly in your yellow hair.
Yeah, people are like, Johnny Depp can't sing. To a person who doesn't know how to sing, he sounds pretty good to me.
Hey
I
man,
did great.
he's got a semi-music career now.
Though I do think the his little ward, his song to the girl is pretty creepy. But you know, that was the only part that was like, you know, if
God, I don't remember the movie. I don't know that song, but whoa, shit. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Right
yeah,
now.
he's singing to her like, "Oh, you'll be mine," and she's like in the window, and I'm like, if you were like a middle-aged
this?
dude in New York, this would be way different.
I literally don't remember this.
Wait,
yeah,
is
it's the guy who's in Stranger Things, who's like his ward in that movie. He has
Oh, the guy
song.
plays Vecna's in that, right?
Yeah.
The Joanna song.
The Joanna
I
song.
think
Yeah,
one day I'll
I s-
save you.
I
or
just-
whatever.
he doesn't say
part-
save you.
I
He
think-
says, I'll claim you or
I'll
something. to that
claim
effect.
you. Yeah,
The one
yeah.
part that made me.
I mean, they're both young.
What was the part that made me laugh? Is when that guy gets his ass kicked and he just immediately goes, "Choo," like goes right back into singing his song. Like, just translate a little funny, right?
Your yellow hair. I remember there was a lot of yellow hair clowning back in the day.
Oh yeah.
I like Sweeney Todd though. Sebastian
That's
Yuntz,
good.
double feature of a comment here. Sebastian Yuntz. with Lego movies popping up every year or so, what is a live action movie or series that would translate well as a Lego movie? In my
Human
opinion,
Centipede.
Men in Black. Yes, Human Centipede. Oh my god.
You could connect somebody like.
Oh my god, you could. That's a really good idea.
Top of the head.
That's a really good
You
idea.
can make a non-disturbing version of.
They should make the Minecraft movie into a Lego movie.
Hold on a sec. Someone must have done this.
the Human Centipede
It's
Legos.
got to be on YouTube somewhere.
The Lego Centipede.
I mean, people have photoshopped a Lego Human Centipede like play set, but I'm like, someone's got to have built this.
Was it really that bad? I've not seen it, but I kind of want to. Your reaction of being repulsed by it makes me want to watch it more.
The first movie is more in your head than it is on the screen. The first movie surprises you by being like, hey, this is the concept you asked for, but it's like way more visually restrained and
See,
glossy.
John says shit like that. I'm like, I thought it was like plenty disturbing. Like, I was like, this is like plenty gross to me.
It's
Oh my
disturbing,
God.
but it's not like a geek show where like like it's not like a 2-hour surgery and poop sequence. It's like it's more like psychological buildup and break point than. And it's shot in a way that's very glossy and very fluid.
Well, every time they get to showing the centipede, which is a good chunk of the last half hour of the movie,
You
I
see the
think
centipede for
it's
sure.
really gross anytime you see that.
Would you say it was grosser or worse visually than the Terrifier movies?
For me personally, Terrifier is more like overtly gory. Like I know you're gonna start those.
Yeah.
Those are like Saw. You saw the Saw movies?
Yeah,
Like,
Tara and I
was
watched
like,
all of them.
Tara was like, Roxy said, no, I can't. I'm like, Tara, you watched like 11 Saw movies. Those are very gross movies. Like some of them are very gross. Some of those are super gross. And I would just put Terrifier kind of on there.
Okay.
I mean, there's like one kill in Terrifier 1 that I think is really disturbing.
Oh.
It's like the most famous kill. Not the franchise, but it's the most famous kill of the movie.
Okay.
And that one was like, oh my god, I don't know if I want to continue this franchise.
Really?
But
wow.
but the second movie is when it becomes like an actual movie. Like there's like lore and it's like the second movie is like really good. I like the second movie like as a movie.
Oh, wow.
And I like the third movie as a movie.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So like the franchise didn't really take off till the second movie.
Huh. Do you feel like you need to watch the second movie in order before you watch the first movie? Or is it one of
No. You should definitely watch the second movie second.
Okay. All right. I mean, we will, but I'm just curious for like.
I mean, I don't think you need to watch the first movie to watch the second.
Okay. All right.
You would get some context at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It helps. You should just watch the first movie.
Okay. Well.
It's cool to watch the first movie so you see the evolution because the writer and director, maybe like a little bit of behind the scenes context. The writer director also did the makeup. And that's one of the cool things about Terrifier is like as visually disturbing and gory and gross as it is, there's something in the back of your head like something weirdly impressive though because like it's definitely like practical effects, you know, and so it has that weird effect where you're like, I don't know why it's also like it's so disturbing, but it's kind of impressive. And so yeah, and because he knew that his writing and directing lacked, he read books on screenwriting so he could make a better movie for the second one, and it shows. Like it's cool to see the massive upgrade in storytelling.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to see that transition.
Yeah, just power through the first one and enjoy the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the second one's still fucking gross as shit, but yeah, it's a
Much better experience.
much better movie. Yeah,
Okay. Hell yeah.
Heck yeah,
Thank
indeed.
you.
giving you a preparation that we were not fortunate to have.
Hey, it's okay. I know the reputation of the
Oh,
Terrifier
God.
movies.
What the hell?
I found some human centipede Legos for you
How
guys.
cute. How adorable.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it doesn't get us demonetized.
No, it's not. It's Legos. They're for everybody, no matter the context. Hey,
Who Framed Roger Rabbit got a yellow dollar bill sign? It got limited ads because it said that baby smoking cigarettes promoted
oh my God.
child drinking.
Oh,
What
Jesus.
the heck?
Or
It's
something.
an animated baby with
And
a
it
adult
is-
voice.
And the movie states it's not an actual baby.
yeah, he's a toon. He's a toad.
That's ridiculous.
People wonder why we censored. I'm like, that's why, because fucking YouTube's manual reviewers or AI are stupid.
What we
Like,
should start doing is for if we have enough lead time, we should literally put the note on screen.
that's what I told them to do for Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking do the re-edit and put it on there.
Put the note,
Yeah.
so people know.
so people know it's like, this is stupid.
Oh my god!
Mad
Yeah,
dumb.
it is idiocracy for sure. Silhouetted Animators here with 2 questions or comments. Thank you for being so generous. Will the
Thank you.
gifted actor who played Polaris reprise? And
There was an actor who played Polaris in X-Men.
let's find.
There was
out.
I remember there was like an X-Men show. The Gifted. Yeah.
Oh, The Gifted actor. Oh, there's a show called The Gifted.
Yeah. I never watched it though.
Oh,
but I
damn.
heard
That
it
was
good.
like, that was some obscure ass reference. God damn, dude.
I thought you
that
were
was-
saying the actress
That was like
gifted.
a failed experiment of a show, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And then the guy who did Fargo and is doing Alien also did an X-Men show with the Legion.
Yeah.
I remember the show being really good.
Oh my God.
Amy Acker. Oh,
Yeah.
from Buffy and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Maybe. I don't know. That'd be fun. That'd be a cool Easter egg
Yeah.
for people who remember that show.
Definitely do. And also, Silhouetted Animator says Mayor Luke Cage for season 3, please.
Please.
Dude, everyone gets to be mayor.
Who works out at my gym.
Really?
Mike Holder?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Him and Sebastian Stan. I've never said a single word to any of them.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, this
I've
is
had people
talk
say
to him.
stuff to come up to me. But
Really?
I just
Mike
do-
Coulter came up to me.
Yeah, he came up to me, and I'm like, I will not acknowledge that I know you played Luke Cage. But no, I just refuse to. I think it's awkward to do that at a gym. It's like, what if they go there every time, and it's like fucking like, oh, that guy just want to talk to me. Like, I don't want to deal with that.
I definitely understand that. I had a friend back in like 2019. We went to a yacht party in SDCC, and Mike Coulter was there, and like a bunch of like other CW and like TV actors.
This
and
is the friend I'm thinking of.
Not the friend you're thinking of,
Okay.
but a friend that was
part of
related
that
to
group?
that friend.
Does it start with a W?
No,
don't worry
it
about
does.
it.
I know who
Yeah.
I know who you're thinking
I
talking
got
about.
2 names coming to my mind.
Yeah,
One with a W and one with an N.
it's neither of them, but that friend is related to those.
Okay, all right.
And he was talking to Mike Coulter and he kept calling him Luke while he was drunk.
So embarrassing.
I wasn't there, but I heard the account. I was like,
so embarrassing.
oh God.
Oh shit. Oh god.
But I love you, buddy. Yeah, that's that is also a fear. I don't want to be around someone doing that while they're inebriated and then them having to correct you like, actually, it's Mike. But yeah,
And Mr. Beast works out of my gym too.
Mr. Peace.
Mr. Beast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just don't say shit to them.
I'm surprised he doesn't have his own like super gym that he works out at.
I don't know, man. But yeah, it's a weird gym. It's a bunch of gay guys and a few celebrities. That's what the gym is like.
I
should
did
go up
one
to all the
bicep
famous people
curl
and start
every
a book
hour.
club.
for
Could
6
help you
straight
guys.
days.
You guys might be able to narrow down this gym with enough deduction.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah.
Yeah, by the clientele. It's okay. Captain Fernandez has this to say. Do you think James Gunn's success at DC will convince Feige to change how he approaches the MCU?
No, I mean I don't know. I can't say that, but with the success, I don't know if the filmmaking, but I feel like the marketing, perhaps, because I know that some of the marketing wasn't doing too well for the movies prior to Fantastic Four. Like Thunderbolts did not do very well, and I think Cap 4 did decently. But I feel like if anything changes, it'll be how they market their films.
I think the problem is a lot of studios were like, we got to do exactly what the MCU did and faster. And I don't think Feige would do that. But I do think that if DCU is doing something that they're not doing that is working, I feel like he'd be smart enough to know, like, we should adopt this part. We could learn something from this, but not go, let's do exactly the same thing. I feel like he would be smart enough to know to just learn from that. I think that's what a lot of people do who are clever enough creators. Like, we've done it. you don't just do exactly what someone else is doing, but you might learn something from what someone else is doing, and then to make it your own.
Yeah, if he were to take something from James Gunn in the DCU, what I would want is for him to embrace the weird and comic bookiness of the stories that they're telling. Because I feel like, in a weird way, Superman is like one of the first in a long time superhero movies that's just a straight up superhero movie that doesn't need to be some other subgenre to justify its own existence. Like, it doesn't need to be a like a thriller, or it doesn't need to be like some sort of space drama. It just is a superhero film. And I feel like embracing the weirdness of like pocket dimensions and what AIM is, and like with not turning MODOK into like an overt joke, but actually just having MODOK. I feel like embracing those things could really be something the MCU does.
All right, we got to make sure we're going through this because we're derailing the rest of the schedule for today.
All right, locking in. Silhouetted Armor is back. If AOS is canon, then the agents survived the blip. Agree with that assessment?
That's not a question for me.
That is not a question for you, but yeah, it would be cool if they survived the blip. I'd love them to come back, and apparently Chloe Bennett said that one show would be better if they brought her back, so maybe they should listen. Charles Flicks Fix, I told you we didn't miss you.
I have total access. I could get access to the creators of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well,
Why well, not the creators, but the people who ran the show.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
people who authored so much of it.
I would... like the people, like the literal showrunners.
And I could, absolutely.
Like, I would want to just like pick their brain and be like, "Do you know anything?"
Yeah.
Like, what would you do if they came back?
Because
what would you want to do?
That'd be fun.
Well, and you could probably learn a lot of really cool behind the scenes stuff. Because that must have been a fascinating time. Because that's like the bastard child of the MCU is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, it is.
It'd be fun to like watch all of it, then interview them. That'd be
it.
a lot of research for one interview.
Rewatch series, react
which
series.
I will definitely do, though. That's the problem.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reactions. Let's go. You should do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Patreon.
Charlie's Flicks Fix.
Hey, buddy.
We did not miss you for an elevated Greg with a little cloud and plant emoji. My favorite besides Coy and Roxy and John. Basically anyone but Greg last. JK, you know you're my snookums. This guy's been crushing on you in the chat hardcore. I mean, we know Charlie's Flicks Fix. Charlie's Flicks Fix is a staple. You got the sexy avatar. And, he's really been thirsting for you in the chat today. Loving on you.
Backup plan, OnlyFans for senior citizens.
Hey.
Ooh.
Get that AARP discount.
Only gams.
AARPOF.
That's right, baby.
Captain Fernandez. We love you, Charlie's Flicks Fix. And, you can look at more of Greg's abs pictures. Captain Fernandez. Did you guys see the F4 deleted scene featuring Sue and Mole Man?
No.
Yes.
Did you like it?
I did. It was very cool.
Do you think it could have been included in the theatrical cut, or was it good they cut it?
I think it could have been included in the theatrical cut. I think it would have added more context for why he's cool with Sue as opposed to not liking the other ones. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch.
Shit specifically.
John's watching it
Monday
night
when it comes out on Vidya on Demand. Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Oh.
Batman 2. Other villain I predict will be Hugo Strange from Arkham City. Robin Williams would have been my choice if Nolan had used Strange for The Dark Knight Rises.
Who would be a good Strange?
Hugo Strange?
Yeah.
Zachary Quinto.
He would, actually. He wouldn't be bad.
Oh.
He wouldn't be bad at all.
I don't know why the first person.
I'd be down for Evan Peters. I'd be down for Javier Bardem.
Oh, yeah, shave his head, give him that beard.
Stephen Colbert as Hugo Strange.
Ooh, Jimmy Kimmel.
Dude.
Yeah. They'll both be freed up.
Yeah, that's one of our things that we were saying too. We agree with you, and that's the one I want.
Well, all right. Cool. Chad Mason. Hey, guys. Your positivity means a lot, especially now.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
Thanks for being awesome. Thanks for being awesome and spreading good energy.
Mwah.
You're welcome. People think we're too negative about the MCU now.
You hate everything.
Despite all the praise about Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts.
Shills. Alan Smithy's here.
You.
Alan Smithy heading home from work. Happy Friday, Rejects. It's business time. 2 minutes. Making love for 2 minutes. That's it. That's the comment.
Do you know that song?
Yeah. It's Flight of Conchords, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In business time. Yeah.
Also, Alan Smithy is in the chat. Alan Smithy is in the chat encouraging you to stop promoting gun violence. It's an edgy joke for you there.
I think Business Time was the first song I heard from them. They were like on Conan O'Brien. I think that was the song they played.
Oh, wow. Are they still together? Do they still make music?
I don't think so.
They did a reunion tour recently. They haven't been making new stuff, I don't think, but they did do like a big reunion tour.
They were
Comeback.
They were impactful, man. I even liked their show.
Yeah, I love the show.
Never saw that show.
Dude, I think the first one I heard was the robot one. The humans are dead.
Yeah,
That's right.
0011 0011.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Alan Smithy. Slightly toasted, and then we'll do our final round of refreshes to make sure no one's lost. Jared Padalecki for Batman in the DCU.
No.
Apparently, according to the
don't
chat,
want it.
Jared was almost cast in a different iteration of live-action Batman, but it didn't happen. I think it was for a CW show.
That would work for a CW show.
Sure.
I don't think Jared Padalecki should be Batman. I don't think so.
No. Love him, though. He's great in Supernatural.
I think he's like one of those actors I find very charming, and I love watching him when I'm watching him. But I don't feel like he would be. There's a certain, range.
He's in his pocket.
People who play Batman now are very different caliber of talent. They're extreme actors.
Yeah. You got to be able to act in that mask.
You got to really be like a fucking actor.
Dedicate yourself.
Thespian.
Yeah. I think he would commit. I think he would do his absolute best. I think he would commit like nobody's business. I think he would absolutely do his best.
Yeah.
But Taylor Lautner did the same thing for Twilight. That's all I'm saying.
He really wanted that, yeah. He proved he could get that buff,
really
so they
did
didn't
it.
recast him.
Yeah, he earned that role.
And then it backfired when they kept putting him in soaking wet conditions with no shirt on.
Yeah.
And he put it into his contract. He didn't want to take his shirt off anymore.
Is that show still happening? Taylor Lautner, Vampire Hunter. Did you hear about or Werewolf Hunter?
I did not know this was real.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be it's a thing. We can look it up after. I know we're pressed
Next
for time.
next pod, we'll talk all about it.
Definitely.
Well, that's all the super chats.
We
And
did
that's
it?
all the
We did
Streamlabs.
it.
Yeah.
All right, 5-minute break.
Woo! Killing the game.
Thank you guys for being here. Thanks, Aaron, for the honest, genuine conversation. More relaxed.
What show?
Putting the real back in real. BetterHelp.com. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks, John, for manning down this ship today.
Hey.
Got another long day ahead of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Shooting.
We'll see you guys next week. We're live every Friday, 12 p.m. Coming up with comic book stories. Thanks to everyone for not asking us about the Jimmy Kimmel situation. We'll see you guys later.
Peace. And a last minute thank you to Stephanie Horton for that lovely super sticker.